Alright, so to review. Last session, we ended with Owen was very Owen was very offended by the comment about the handwriting.
Yeah. Then just from something caused the door to fall on you.
Yes. And then there's also the successful prank on the twins.
Who funked it?
With all of the oil and feathers.
And war crimes.
Yeah, yep.
So.
You wanna know what the worst part is? I can't get your back. Because their roommate is...
You also don't know who it was.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
that's
a
the time
mystery.
they were started by the lawful good paladin.
It is a mystery.
Sorry, I need to let this happen.
The lawful good
What's the
paladin you
matter?
started the prank war.
Yeah.
Come on.
So it was getting boring.
It's not like
The lawful
someone
good paladin
said,
got bullied
hey.
and started the prank war.
Sorry, neutral good.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That makes it all better. You're excused.
It's not like...
So, you all went to bed that night. You wake up in the morning and people during homerooms and such are talking about all of the pranks that have been happening, trying to figure out who started them, and Searless is definitely being blamed.
Yes, it worked.
So, everybody's discussing that. A lot of angry glances are being shot over at him. And then you guys go to your classes.
Don't lie to me.
What is your passive perception?
I think it's like 14.
I don't think that's a good thing to be asked.
Yeah. 1 second, where is
I'm
that?
gonna feel real bad if his dad gets mad at him.
Is that here? Passive Yeah, that's 14.
Make a dex
Alright.
saving throw.
Oh no. It's fine. You sit down, and as you're sitting into your chair, you immediately you sit on something. Something is poking you in the butt. Now you personally know this feeling, but it is. So you stand up, and there is a rubber caltrop sitting on your chair.
I'm gonna take it, it's mine now.
A singular caltrop.
Mine.
Bella, the 4th year of the goblin, she notices hers before she sits down and tosses it as Mitch is sitting down and tosses it right under him, and he sits right on top. With a little yelp and standing up and, who put this here? Sorry, I heard knocking. Yeah, the bards, Ilmiel and Jack both sit down and same thing. They both kind of yelp at different times and sit back up, trying to figure out who put that there. In the sorcerer's room, Searless does, and so does the teacher. Standing back up, and the teacher just kind of chuckles a little bit, sets it on his desk, and I don't know who of you did that, but very funny. And just continues with, like, talking about class a little bit. In the clerics, the 2 second years, so Mormiar and Loman both sit, but you guys usually, like, you have the little tables you could kneel at. It's on top of the table, and they sit, and
Oh, show them for sitting down.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, ever since the door, I've been opening doors overly cautiously.
Alright.
Understandable.
So, you guys get to lunch, and more pranks, things are happening around the room. All of a sudden, Jared once he gets to your table, instead of just sitting right down, he's got an extra plate compared to normal. He just kind of picks it up and right into Aaron's face. And then screams as loud as he can, "Food fight!" Mr. Hicks, the ranger teacher, stands up and, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" And Jared, "Yes." "No, yes." And then takes the plate off of Aaron's face and just chucks it at a different table. Several people are laughing and standing up, and
what are we eating?
that's up to you guys. There's
That was a compelling argument,
the
though.
usual,
Yes.
the usual buffet of a bunch of things, your choice. Not quite as messy as spaghetti this time, but there's always something with sauce.
Something behind your head, Abby.
Slide closer towards egg. Just protect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up something. I don't know what I'm gonna pick up. Probably some kind of food that's hard enough that you can hit with a hammer.
What?
And toss it up and hit it with my hammer like a bat.
You mean without breaking or destroying it?
Either.
Is there a food that?
Are you
can
eating a
survive?
rock?
She's Shump. Can you be
Even
surprised?
that,
I'm just gonna hit
Even
it.
then, I don't
Probably
know.
something
Shunk
like a
can,
burger you picked it up.
Shunk can
it
lift
comes apart,
3,000
but
couches.
Yeah.
it didn't entirely.
I don't think a rock could stand its
So
chance.
the layers come across and just they splatter over on different tables. People are standing up
Cat
unhappily,
is sitting on
food
my
being on
dice.
them, and then deciding no, they're going to join in as well. So as this is happening, the lights start changing colors. There's just the table of wizards are just kind of chilling, watching everything happen. And then eventually several people just get up and leave. The twins, immediately, they look very angry. They stand up and leave. And Egg and Aaron are both just sitting there laughing, watching the whole thing.
Aaron, can you hold up your plate for a second?
Sure?
That-
In front
like
of,
this.
yeah.
They're
Holding it in
how,
front.
how are the plates?
It'd probably be
If I
like
punch it, will it
plates
break?
and then having a tray.
Okay,
Yeah.
the tray then. And I'm just gonna thunderous smite the tray
Okay.
so it just reverberates
Yeah.
300 feet sound.
Bro, one punch is
Echo sounds
Yeah,
so
Alright.
it stops
Nice.
everything from happening for a couple of
You're not,
seconds.
yeah, I will be.
Order can be made, probably, hopefully maintained.
Yeah, so there's this very loud sound of the metal shaking a little bit, and everybody just kind of pauses. And Jared goes, "That was cool, guys, we need to learn how to do that." And people just kind of calm for a second, and Jared's like, "Come on, we continue!" And then there's the awkward silence of, "No, it's fine." People just sit back down and start eating. You eventually get to
Why
your
you sign? You caused all
I
this.
mean, Jared caused that one.
I laid a tripwire. That is all I did.
Bladed tripwire, blame someone else, and carded.
I mean, the rest of the pranks were done by the Scarlet Goose.
I have done a single thing.
That's all we know.
You
What
did
do you
two
mean? What about
things. You
the
laid the trap
traps?
and lied.
I
And the
also
kill
lied. And then convinced the goblin fourth year to prank other people for me.
3 things. Gets worse and worse.
So then, during the communication class, there's all talking, and Egg just kind of, and then starts muttering, and she brings her hands out, and then claps, and there is a very loud, thunderous clap in the room.
You've been.
People start laughing. It's only you first year, so the Iron Wings are all laughing, and Cyrillus and O'Neill just kind of glare at her for a second, like, really? Aaron's laughing. Stuff like that throughout the day from all of the different years. But then there are a few groups that just decide, no, we're not doing that. So is there anything special you guys would like to do?
I just go about my daily business.
Having fun there?
Yes.
Yeah, so as you guys go to bed, Doran and Owen are heading into your bedrooms. You start to open the door cautiously.
I probably
And-
open it.
The Iron Wings are there going to their room. As they open their door and start to walk in, you hear thud.
By the way, I now let someone else walk in the door.
Back
Yeah.
outside the door.
Yeah. Jared is laying flat on his back and then looks down, touches the ground, and goes, "Hey guys, it's slick." And then rubs it all on Mitch. And then stands up and goes in their room.
Hey guys, it's slick.
So Mitch just kind of tiptoes over.
Do any
Says
of them
Cat.
take it and like slick back their hair?
You're assuming the hair wasn't already slick.
That is accurate.
After a move like
Let's
that, it has to have
See
been
how
slur.
long it is. I gotta look at how long their hair is to see if any of them it matters.
Okay.
No, Mitch would definitely avoid it personality-wise. No, they just kind of wipe it on. Jared just wipes it on Mitch, and they go in carefully. Chad starts kind of cleaning it up a little bit, not like too worried about it. Huh? Oh. Yeah. Well, that's okay. I need you to roll.
That
The,
means familiar.
What?
you.
Oh.
It's not
Everything.
Frank. Yeah, the
Whatever
D6.
this-
4.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to do that quite a bit this session.
Hmm.
Because, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot to tell Abby and Drew. Yeah, we're covering 4 weeks in one session.
Alright, let's do this.
So we're
Speed
basically just doing the pranks.
It was
Oh,
3 creatures, 130 feet, you take 40 to
Yeah, I thought that was one of the bad ones.
What do you mean? That's
Yeah.
good.
So, as you finish your
Debatable.
first day,
Depends on the
you guys get up in the morning. Any pranks you guys want
This
to
is
do
our
at all?
choice.
Anything you want to start?
Please so.
Oh,
We're
Yes,
going
you
I
on?
don't even know that there's a prank war going on.
Yeah, I think she noticed like some of
What
like there was just a
going
food
on?
fight. She'd probably be like, "Oh, there was a food fight. That's fine. This is normal."
This is
Would I
normal.
notice any traps?
That happens
Passive
every
perception
day.
is 9.
I imagine there's a tripwire, she just walks through.
snap.
Whatever happens behind her. Anyone who's following just
Like
gets
the
affected.
bucket, it's like it just she just walks through it like
doesn't even notice the
dense.
whatever.
Man, it's a bit dark in here.
Anything you guys would like to do?
Who just spit on me?
Oh, I did.
Projectile.
How? Wait, how? That's okay.
Yeah, you guys go to breakfast and then classes. On your way out of classes, let's go ahead.
Alright, let's do
Roll for initiative.
Yes.
I will need a little bit of space. I'm not gonna put the whole board up.
Okay.
Honestly,
So
I kind of wish my I would go later in the whatever.
Wonderful.
I wish I would go
Yeah,
later
just
in the
okay.
initiative just because, you know,
Look at it.
I need someone else to actually speak to that.
alright, so as you guys are coming out of your classrooms, this is the 7th floor. You are coming out of your classroom and
Me.
you
I'm in the
actually look over and you see one of the druids is standing right at the door, like just inside, and it's not like an actual wall, it's kind of like a mesh chain around the stairwell. They just look over the edge and then drop a sack of white powder and then run up the stairs. As you are all coming out of your classroom, slowly, so by floor, you would be one of the ones hit first, with the rogues and rangers. And then
Do I
the
make
bards
it
and
dexterity?
wizards and the clerics. So you two are coming out at the same time.
Okay.
No, you guys come out of your classroom. Let me open the browser, 'cause I have
Yeah, I
this
dodge
pulled up.
all of the flour.
Yeah, it looks like flour. It isn't flour. I need you guys to make Constitution saving throws. You know exactly what this is.
Itch powder.
Sleep.
Go ahead and just roll. You'll find out.
You know what? Where's
Roll a
Constitution?
d20.
Yes, what would I have gotten? Not good. I'm
D20.
glad I'm on
Yeah.
the top floor.
I got an 11.
And that's specifically as a saving throw.
Yeah.
That's 15.
Alright. And you went with the step up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You went up there just in case you're proficient with it.
Oh.
No, it's fine. It's the same thing.
Okay. So, what were they? 16?
15.
15? Okay.
11.
You don't have to
You
roll
got
it.
6.
Ooh.
So, Shimp, you come out and everybody around you, including Owen and Doran, are sneezing constantly, uncontrollably. And you know what? Well, there's like just this white dust around you, and you're just like, what's going on? And you start to sneeze a little bit,
Is it?
and then it goes away. So you just keep walking. You go up to lunch. You're like, food's on my way. I'm going. You don't care. So yeah, you two are both constantly sneezing, unable to breathe. In a way, you're suffocating because you're just constantly sneezing and choking. So, what would you like to do?
We're being attacked! Jump down the middle of do you have the thing that you can jump down?
Yeah.
Do it! Go!
Are you gonna do that?
Yes!
Okay.
We're being attacked!
So you are slowly falling, and the powder's also slowly. There are open like doors that you could probably grab yourself on. You're not going quickly down.
Is there powder not in there?
Oh,
Or
the
do I
powder's
think
in
there
there.
is?
Yeah, it's coming down with you. It's falling,
No.
and you're falling slower.
I just
Wait, why did I just
plug
walk
my
back
nose.
in? Why did I just walk back in?
Yeah.
No,
I just plug my nose, close my eyes,
All right.
Oh no.
hold my breath,
You're dead.
try to hold it in.
Yep. You run up
Dude.
every so often. You're trying to.
Sneeze.
Yeah. So a few seconds
Sneeze while
pass. You go
falling,
ahead and
gain
make that
momentum
Constitution
backwards.
save again.
Okay, let's Constitution
Again.
again.
Back into the room.
That one is a 14.
Alright. No, unfortunately, still you're
Can I
sneezing
just
like
take
that.
it?
Yeah.
Something is sticking in
Yeah.
my
So
nose.
you're still sneezing pretty hard. It's
Sniffles.
very hard for you to breathe.
It's
up to you if you'd like to, like-
sneezing. They're all just watching him.
You're being attacked! Someone doesn't know about it. Just sees me jump off there.
It's up to you what you would like to do. If you'd like to slowly continue to fall, or if you'd like to pull yourself out of that middle part and get
I'm
on the
going to
stairs.
go down a few, and then I'm going to walk into one of the rooms and close the door.
All right.
Shooting stars.
Eventually, you're able to recover and you're able to breathe. You're like bent over at first, still sneezing for a few seconds. Doran, you finally make it up to the 7th floor, and like you're continuing to walk. And man, you've got a little bit of a bloody nose. Like it happens when you sneeze. Several people do as well, and they all walk up. They eventually come into the cafeteria where Shelf is just chilling. A few other people are. Everybody up there is either a sorcerer or a druid,
Living like Larry.
because there are no warlocks. And then there are 2 of the teachers. So, what would you guys like to do?
That one may have been too far.
I'm going to cover my mouth and walk up super cautiously.
Alright?
You know, like the weapon, like like that, in case. Because I'm still under the assumption that this was a friggin' attack.
Yeah, most of the
Yeah, but then
powder
when I
is
get up, I
settled and all
realize
that.
it was a prank because. But who would friggin' poison everyone? I only poisoned one team.
This isn't even technically poison. So, Elizabeth, what is your reaction to all of this? Yeah, that's just sneezing.
A bunch of people are coming up with bloody noses. Clearly, they all headbutt each other.
Is that Elizabeth's logic or is that your logic?
Both.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They both have the same amount of brain cells.
Yeah, I have more brain cells than I thought. See, it says there I have +2 brain cells. That's not the right spot. +2.
Alright.
Wait.
What would you guys like to do? Have you all come up and a lot of people have come back and have come into the lunchroom?
Lay on hands a bunch of people. That's 10
Yeah.
now? Yeah, 10 people, 1 point of healing to make them feel a little better.
Elizabeth,
Cure wounds on myself.
you don't seem to have this affect you. Did you see? Also, could have been the same person who allegedly stole your stuff and tricked you into insulting me and dropped the door on me.
What?
Could it have been the same person who dropped a door on me after tricking you into insulting me?
Want to roll insight on that?
Alright, yeah.
-2,
Could it?
13.
What are you trying to get out of that one? For
I'm saying, does she know who did it?
Yeah.
Do I know that? No, do I know you're lying? I'm rolling insight
Yeah.
on your.
I'm not lying.
But you don't know?
Did
Wait,
you
what am I
trick
lying?
somebody? Did you trick
If
her?
you
Or
were
did you
just trying
actually
to-
do it?
Yeah, if you were trying
No,
to
I want to know who did it.
lead her question.
Yeah.
Also, let's do that in because so we're not doing half the session like, ooh, I'm angry at you. Because that would just be dumb.
Yeah.
So,
Owen's
So, did you see the
Owen's had
person?
an apple.
There's some druid who dumped a bag and ran upstairs.
Who was it?
Does anyone know any of the druids?
The teacher.
Who? What? I'm actually Doran's actually getting kind of angry right now. Who did it?
But it was
Out
a
of
half orc.
curiosity, does anyone know what that powder is?
It was a
seems
half orc.
very
You don't know them?
very
You don't know
useful.
what year they are?
Doran knows
Half
what it is
orc,
because
half-
he's used it before.
What
Half
is
orc,
that?
half. She's half orc, half.
Sounds
Dwarf.
very
This
I am
one's just
short.
half orc, half human.
It looked like a taller shum.
Show.
Looking around. Trying to find.
Looking around like.
Shum in
Shum
high
was
heels.
still here.
Plum Stokes. Yes.
Yeah, there are a few different half orcs in the school, but there's one that he's just got a huge grin on his face. He's not covered in any powder.
slowly walk my way
Shump
over.
would have it probably mostly in her hair. Almost everybody would, because it's falling from above.
Who's falling too slowly to
You know
affect
what?
Shump?
I am going to get another plate of spaghetti.
Okay.
Just for non-nefarious reasons.
Okay.
Grab him by the collar.
Alright.
Lift him up so our eyes are meeting. Don't hurt anyone again.
And he's still got this big grin, and he just, it's a joke. And beside him, a
Dramatic
turtle, one of his group mates, I guess is the word, stands
Why do
up,
we keep wasting my good rolls?
and he goes, and he puts his hand on his teammate's shoulder, and
There's a cat in
Otto,
the tree.
sit down. So
He's-
Otto,
No, I'm still
oh,
holding
okay,
him.
yeah, he's got his hand on his shoulder, and just don't do it again. James, look at your cat.
Nice.
James, did you see her?
No.
Her tongue was sticking way out.
There's a
Um,
cat in the tree.
that's a 19 to hit him.
Alright.
Kidney punch.
And
Yeah.
I'm casting Wrathful Smite, so he needs to make a... I'm just gonna do a normal like punch. I'm not using my claws, so it's only 1 plus my strength modifier. Plus
Abby,
Looks like you're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
12 wisdom save.
I rolled a nat 1 for him,
Cool,
so.
cool. 5 points of psychic damage.
What
and
is you
frightened.
doing?
Yeah, he's being held up by you, and he's a half orc, he's pretty tall, but you're still holding him above your head, and his eyes just go, I won't do it again. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, here, and he hands you another bag. A massive bag of it. The regular
Hit him in the
size
head with
bag, probably about the size of my hand. It's probably, yeah.
Hit him in
Where
the
did you get this?
I bought it in the town. I just kind of got it from the potion shop. They were fine with it.
Drop, eyes still forward, so I'm over his head. Turn around, walk to one of the
Dibs.
teachers, and drop the bag into their hands.
Alright, which teacher would you like to drop it?
Which ones are there?
Definitely the rogue teacher.
Drop the bag.
For sure, her. She'll know what to do with this.
Okay. So
How could
she
you
just
do
kind
this with that substance that I
looks up at
what,
you and
I mean, what even was that?
do you want me to get paid back? Because I really can.
I trust you to do what you think is best.
Right. She takes the bag and thank you for this, and then walks out.
Of course.
Takes it out of the cafeteria. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
No.
Everyone.
Oh, that's giving me ideas.
Is there anything you guys want to do that night? Basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip to when I
Shop
have
is gonna wonder how
A
so
certain
much
rank.
dandruff got into her hair.
No change to
Shop
it.
just goes. So, the next action,
Not yet.
yeah, and then as some more people are coming into the lunchroom, and then later at supper, people are using thaumaturgy to like make booming sounds or just to make their voice louder to scare people as they walk in, coming off the stairs. Or when people sit, Boromir and Loman, the two second years, they're both clerics, so Doran would know them. As people are sitting down around them, they use it to make a sound or something like that. One of them keeps making a fart sound as people are sitting down. And then people turn around and people are looking at that person, that kind of idea.
Awesome.
So the next day, just to kind of go through, since we're going through 7
Speed run.
weeks. Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm,
I could be wrong, I might only be going through 3 weeks. I don't know, I can't do math. Next day, during lunch, Kenna, the red dragonborn that's missing a bunch of teeth from Leon's group, she comes over, the rest of the group comes over and Leon's talking to you and the twins are just kind of glaring at him because he's interrupting. She just slowly is mumbling under her breath, and Steerless and Ilmiel are like, they both go to take a sip at the same time, and their water turns blood red. Both of them just scream a little bit and drop their cups, and they just kind of hit the table and clink and fall over, and the water changes back to its regular color.
Is this at lunch? Shuffle laugh.
Alright.
Actually, that morning during homeroom, Doran would have asked to say something.
It's very realistic.
Pranks are not a bad thing, just don't hurt anyone anymore.
And the principal would, and try to keep him out of classes. I get doing it at lunch. It's okay, I guess, for at lunch. Just don't hurt each other, don't do it during classes, don't distract people, you know.
I guess another good rule.
Yeah. So their water turns blood red, and they both drop their cups, turns back clear. And they're, did you do that? And they're looking at people around them, and like immediately one of them looks at Egg and, I bet you did it. Why would you do that to us? I didn't do anything. And she takes a sip of her water and looks away, just not caring, kind of laughing, and then she makes eye contact with Kenna. Yeah, if at any point you guys are like, oh, I want to do something, just tell me, because this is all.
Doran wasn't gonna do anything.
Alright. Yeah.
He just
Doran
wanted to-
wasn't
Doran just
doing
wanted to start it.
anything.
Doran just wanted to start it and then leave it to its own devices.
Yeah, so during lunch,
It's more fun to observe.
Leon and his group actually changed tables with one of the second year groups so they can be closer to you guys. Just so that he can easily get up and just come talk to you during lunch.
neat.
Stuff like that. Yeah. And he goes, after they sit down, you guys can kind of see like where they are if you're facing that way. And you just see he goes to take a drink and his water freezes slanted in his cup, and he just
That's amazing.
sets it down, continues to eat his food. Just yeah. Every so often other things are happening at other tables, little pranks, people are just making a fart sound from their mouth when people sit down, stuff like that. The chaos.
During this time, has anybody's food ever had something put into it to change the flavor or anything?
Probably, yeah. Something to make it taste
Notice
bad.
I they can put into it egg. What did you just
Prestidigitation
do?
being
I
casted.
went.
I believe that can
Oh.
be changed.
Yeah, it can change flavor.
That's what I thought, yeah. So that being cast to change food tastes, stuff like that.
Mm.
Adding a very large amount of salt to other people's foods. Although chef might enjoy that as added.
As we sit down, every single meal, 10-foot area, 10-foot by 5-foot. Oh, sorry, 5-foot radius sphere. Set it on me. Everybody's food gets purified. Every
Alrighty.
single meal.
Man, this food is kind of bland. We need some salt.
Need some
Before
salt.
everybody seasons
Yeah.
it, then you can do with what you want, but no one's getting poisoned at my table.
Man, I can't wait to drink this tea.
So, the next day, if nobody has anything to do.
I don't have anything else.
Still doesn't know there's a prank.
I did want to go to the library just to see if I could find books saying about different, say, powders.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation.
What kind of powders?
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Uh-oh.
Do you mind if I tag along?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go help her because that sounds interesting. Investigation?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 4. Sorry. Where is it? One moment. Investigation. That one is a 19.
Oh, that's a lot better than I got.
Alright. So, as you're walking around, sorry, I could have sworn I heard my phone vibrate. I got a text for you, James, but I don't think it matters. Also, Allison got Stephen flowers.
Aww.
You disconnected your phone.
Oh well. I don't care. It'll be fine. So as you're looking around, eventually you find there's a lot of different things like that, different powders, magical powders. So the main one that you're thinking, oh, this kind of connects with what just happened today is the dust of sneezing and choking. So it looks like very fine
How
sand.
much does it cost? Out of curiosity. Because
That's a great question. I didn't
What
actually
type
look
of
at
book?
Huh?
Maybe. Depends what kind of book you found.
it. Are you asking about the book or the dust?
If the book would know, or would say
Oh.
how much it cost.
I mean, it would be different in different cities, stuff like that.
yeah.
Chile's
Does it say if it's rare or does that?
I mean, kind of, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Will you look for anything else or?
I was looking for, in general, things.
Yes.
Wasn't really
I mean,
anything in mind.
There's different things, like there's dust of disappearance, things like that.
What's that happen to do?
I'm assuming it makes
Makes
you
you
go
invisible.
invisible.
Makes me or whatever it's put on?
Whatever it's put on. Traveler's dust.
That's.
It's a deadly addictive drug.
Oh.
This is in the Forgotten Realms wiki.
How much is the disappearance dust?
Dude, that's the straight up a smoke bomb where you go.
It's an
Disappear.
uncommon wondrous item. I don't
No,
remember how
wondrous item.
expensive it is.
Hmm.
All right. Well,
I don't remember how expensive wondrous items are.
is that all? Or?
Common or 50, uncommon or 100.
So it's 100.
Hmm.
All right. Well.
Sometimes they're not.
Somewhere in there. It's
Depending on
like
where you're
between
at,
51 and 100. That's,
Scarcity of enchanters.
yeah.
Was that all we're looking for, or
It even gets between 100 and 500.
I guess we shall be gone.
Alright. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before we move on to the next day? Should really just start marking when I finish a day, because this is gonna be a bit.
I don't think Doran has anything to do.
Alright. So the next day at lunch, you guys are sitting at your tables. Not as much is happening, but things are still like smaller things are happening, and then Steerless and Elmil's water yet again changes color, this time to very bright blue. And they both just kind of stare at it and then take a drink anyway. It still tastes like water, it's just colored. And then it changes back and you set it down. Steerless looks extremely upset about it. And Egg just, careful, your face might freeze like that, pulls out a wand and uses the wand and scowls on him. Let me make sure I believe he has to roll for that one.
We're forgetting magic items.
Your face might freeze like that.
Oh man, now
Wild magic just fireball. Your face might freeze like that. Honestly, doing that after any one-liner would be great. You think so, but not today.
Yeah.
Looks like you've been. This sucks.
So,
I think we
now
made
I'm
it.
disappointed.
I think he got the
He
point.
succeeded. So, he was already
That-
glaring at her, and then she does that,
Eye.
and he just goes, did you just, and goes and tries to take it from her. Yeah, he just takes the wand from her, and then puts it away in his stuff.
Did you just do that?
Grab things out of other people's hands and put it in your bag.
Did it just hours?
You're
says the rogue.
Yeah, but not sure how much the DM will actually put up with.
That's a great question.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, the twins both just kind of
What if
make
I
eye
use my
contact
staff
from
like a
across from each
Blastoise?
other.
Wait, what?
To
They're-
shoot my attacks.
I mean,
Sorry.
Blastoise!
They're both
Alright.
sitting across from each other and make eye contact, and then look over at Egg
can't
and
you have to
Aaron.
be there?
Both of them cast prestidigitation to soil their clothing. So immediately, Egg and Aaron both just look completely filthy. They smell gross, they look filthy. And then both twins just kind of smirk and then stand up and leave. Oh, she's watching the light off
How
of your phone.
close?
She was.
How close are they to me? They don't sit close to me, I know that.
Well, your tables are all pushed together, so they're closer to the end.
My tower did get
She's gonna go for
it's
the
fine.
food bowls.
Tower?
Yet.
No! Yeah.
Oh, I lost it.
It's the sun from that window.
The
What's
window.
going on, Mia?
I didn't make it.
Yeah, if you tilt it toward you,
Yeah.
she'll. She wants the small dot rather than the big.
Haha, it's mine.
Trying to get her away from the food.
She doesn't care about the small dot. Here you go, baby. Get it. Where'd it go?
Did it disappear?
Alright. Yeah.
How close are they to me?
You'd probably be closer to Egg, so they're
It's gone, baby.
No, there's
There's-
light.
the little one. So Egg and Aaron
Abby,
are
is that
probably
you?
between you guys.
No. So I can't
Yes, it
reach
is.
No.
Come here, baby. Oh, she's eating. As the twins walk away, Egg and Aaron are both filthy, but they start cracking up, laughing. They're both filthy, and then they stand up and go clean off before their class.
Nice save.
Except the tape.
I almost just tipped over.
But don't do that.
There we go.
Usually not recommended.
Usually.
Oh, that wasn't mine that time.
Those-
Now it is day 11 of the month, so
Welcome back.
again at lunch you guys are sitting there eating and Mitch comes and slowly he sits on the table and Egg kind of slides a coin across the table, a gold coin, toward him. And he goes to grab it and she just moves her arm a little bit and the coin comes back toward her. And he just kind of glares at her for a moment like, really? And she takes the string off and actually slides it over and gives it to him.
Aww.
What's with you, man? Come on.
Anything you guys would like to do? This is the last day of the week before a free day.
Ooh.
Off the top of my head, no. I didn't plan anything, so.
Then the next day, you are all awakened very early in the morning to very, very loud thunder.
Is it go time?
Would Shunk wake up to that?
Probably. It's
Okay.
one crack. That's it. Everything's just people start waking up upset and then go back to sleep. It's up to you if you'd like to.
I want to see what it is.
You come out of your room and a couple other people are standing in the hallway as well, looking around. You don't know. Some of the people around you are talking about it was probably just somebody pulling another prank, you know, waking everybody up with a thunderclap.
Is there a window in the room?
There's a door.
You got a door, that's it.
There's a wing or somewhere to look out.
And the Iron Wings do not come out. None of them do. None of them react.
Oh, check on their room.
Okay. You go and knock. Eventually, one of them gets up. Probably Chad's gets up and comes over to the door. Oh my goodness! And he opens it. And, yeah, what's going on?
All right.
Yeah, why? They're still asleep.
Hear the sound.
What sound?
Oh right, your room's forgot. Go back to bed.
Oh, all right. Just walks over and flops straight into his bed, face down.
Excellent. They're now all asleep.
Yeah. It is up to you guys what you would like to do. It is a free day now. You can go to Mortenheim if you'd like.
Yep.
Yep.
Alrighty. Elizabeth, are you going to Mortenheim? Okay.
We got check quest or
I'm fine with check.
I know, Max. I pulled up. That's not the folder I want. This folder. I believe this is the one
I mean,
that has the
should
map.
we do too much since we're speed running or
That's okay.
Want to see me speed run?
It's only 7:07.
007?
If we get to the point where it's like, okay, we're not gonna have time to keep doing pranks, then I'll stop and I'll explain the midterm.
Average.
Because it's gonna be all pranks and then a midterm explanation. That's about it.
Okay.
We're ending on a free day, which is basically the day that your midterm starts and you guys are let loose onto the world. Okay.
The world.
What would you guys like to do in Mortenheim?
I want to
Be the very best.
find a hat of vermin. See if somebody sells very basic magic items.
I would look at the shops on there. I don't actually. I have everything labeled except for the houses. But I don't.
It's just a mad tailor. Would the tailor have? Go there first, and the tinker maybe. Doesn't really make sense there though.
There's like a general store. There is a florist.
Yeah, it's a hat that you can speak a
Yeah.
command word and make a bat, a frog, or a rat appear 3 times.
There is. I believe that's the alchemist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd probably be at the alchemist. I think.
Check there then.
Alright. You guys going with it?
I guess.
Alright. You guys walk into the alchemist and there's just an older lady sitting right behind the desk, and it looks like she's on a stool to keep herself at that level, but her torso is still very short, so you can see like, oh, she's actually a fairly short person. She's sitting there, she just, yes, how can I help you?
I'm looking for a
He's playing basketball.
simple item
Alright.
for summoning creatures.
Alright, I mean, what kind of creatures are we talking? Because I mean, that's
Doesn't matter.
alright.
Small ones preferably that I can use in a library perhaps.
There are things that actually summon animals. So,
Bag of tricks.
yeah. If my laptop will work.
It's pouch of tricks. What's it called?
Bag of tricks.
The bag of tricks.
But my laptop's being dumb. Well, we've got different things. We've got this one that's very. It's a nice pouch, you know, the size of a normal animal, but it opens really wide, and it's. Where is it? It's a pouch about this size, but the top can, you know, open.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to the fact
Just
that we
like
had.
that one.
Yeah, the fact that we had to buy 8 feet of cord.
Was it 8?
I think it was.
It's a lot of cord.
Yeah, to be able to actually open it all the way. Because we've got this, and she pulls that out. She pulls out a few small things, just kind of digging, and oh, nobody's asked about this. I don't think this one works anymore. And she pulls out a hat. I
Oh.
don't think it works anymore. It's been quite a while.
What's that to do with the sweat?
Yeah, I saw that.
I don't know.
Mind if I try it?
Oh, sure, you can. I don't know why they're
No.
emailing you with my name. The college is emailing him with my name.
Congrats,
but on
Haley.
his account,
Good
they
job.
put his name.
Strange.
Like, it's the person who I talked to, and they said my
Reach
name.
in and pull out a frog.
Okay. Oh, well, it looks like it still works then.
Just hand it to Sean.
What are we handing to me?
A frog.
A frog.
I will try to
And
shit.
then flip it over and shake it. Nothing else comes out.
I'll put the frog in my bag.
Okay. It's struggling as
What
you
do you
do.
think,
It's,
Owen?
it's a little bit slimy. It's
About the hat?
About the hat?
I just add a
Hang on,
frog to my
price.
inventory.
Sure. Yeah,
Could be used as
Cool.
a distraction.
you've got a live frog.
Or just to release a
Come on,
bunch of
frog
frogs
now.
using the room.
Or to release a bunch of.
Oh, I don't think I brought a pencil. Oops.
It might be time. Oh, wait. The,
Wait.
Or a bunch of bats in the library.
Aha!
where's the bats? That could be useful later on. Weirdly.
Put a frog in my.
Would you mind if I just maybe loan this for you till next week?
I mean, I'd like at least a little bit of, guarantee that you'll bring it back
Oh, of course.
eventually.
Of course.
I have to remember that I have a frog.
Yes, you will.
Quickly, frog!
I've got a
give me
couple
my
silver
phone.
here and a couple 2 gold, 20 silver.
Alright, that works. 2 gold would be fine. Just put
Alright,
it
2
back.
gold.
You'll get it back when you put in the
Oh.
backpack.
Thank you.
Anything else you would like? And she kind of
What
gestures.
about that bag? What does it do?
It's another bag of tricks.
It's just
so.
a bag of tricks?
Yeah.
Which one?
Let's see.
This
pulled
bag
it out.
of tricks.
Now that one I will buy, but I only have 10 gold left.
I'm
That
assuming it
one's a bit more
costs a ton.
expensive than 10. Wow, this is kind of useless. It doesn't actually say which things.
Giant.
Yeah, it
Yum.
is the rust one. So, rat, owl, mastiff, goat, giant boar, lion, or brown bear.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Pardon?
Bear!
it's between 50 and 100 gold.
Mm-hmm. We don't have enough for that yet.
Alright.
Man, this lunch sure is boring.
I mean,
Giant goat.
You take layaway.
Um,
Layaway. You gotta pay for it bit by bit.
You could do that if you like.
Cause we come down and
It'd be
go
kind of
hunting
like
with a hunting
Friday,
party
that
every so
kind of
often.
idea.
And
Yeah. We could do that if you like.
awesome. 10 gold now, and then I'll pay
Okay.
for more of it as
Yeah.
I bring it in.
If you'd like, you can take the bag now and you can just pay me back when you come
I
in.
definitely can do that.
Alright.
bear!
Go ahead and write those down.
Yes.
What would you guys like to do while you were in Martinhead, aside from that?
Get blackmailed. I mean,
Sorry, there's a van that just pulled up.
And have you been selling items to students from the school by chance?
Oh yes, they like to come in for all their little practical jokes and everything.
So mature. I mean, how much would they even spend on that sneezing powder?
Oh, quite a bit. I think she spent. One of the boys came in here and bought a bag, and then a girl came in right after and bought another bag. And then as they walked out, she handed it to him. So I think she was trying to make him not suspicious. I don't know. It was 75 for a bag, but they
75. Wait, 75 gold? Okay.
uncommon items.
what did the girl
Yes,
look like?
I'm neutral good.
Pocket.
Okay, let me look at.
How much do I still owe the alchemist?
Can I function? No. The bag was gonna be 60, so
So 50 gold.
yeah. Well, she had blue skin and it looked like she had just gotten like out of a bath or something. Her hair was kind of wet.
Is there
Where?
one?
It was dark hair.
That one looks good. I don't think library.
There's the librarian isn't the only sea elf at the school. Sea elf? Oh wait, she's a water genasi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a sea elf.
I didn't even know
There
this
is a sea elf.
existed. Neither me nor Sean.
How many seals?
But she fits a very similar description to the librarian. I was like, because I haven't.
Is that all you had? At least all the odd looking things?
She's got kind of like a cabinet like this, but it's glass on the front, that kind of idea, with potions and stuff in it that are labeled. Most of them are like healing potions, stuff like that.
Did I know what class said sea elf was?
You know they're a third year. That kind of idea. They're not a second year, but you guys are praying the second year's a bit better. Not a fourth year, because you know them with Leon, so.
We should,
Because probably won't be the librarian doing something like that.
if we're done, we may want to go actually do some quests
Yes,
so we can
should we go hunting?
make some money for that. Yeah.
I'll do it after you.
Do what?
Elizabeth,
He's
you
gonna
have it
go
with us
find a
this
pet
time.
shop to see and
Yeah,
ask for
sure.
more frogs eaten.
There's not a pet shop. You would.
You go to
I
the
will.
general store.
Yeah, you live in Mortenheim. You
Oh,
yeah,
there's a
you would
pet
know
shop.
this. You would know there's not a pet shop. There's a general store that might. There's a father quit dying.
It disappears after 1 hour.
Okay, yeah. So you see
Oh
the dragon.
no! I named him and everything.
Wait, so how many
What's
can
his
it
name?
happen?
Fred.
3 a day.
Ah, just a really
And the
win.
bag can
Fine.
make 3 a day as well.
A day?
Alright,
Just
those
kinda
maps
make me-
can come
make
off.
new
It's up to you
frogs.
if you want to keep more him up.
But the bag lasts until the next dawn or when it's reduced to 0 hit points.
That's actually
So
super.
we have just
This is the right
3
one.
animals a day.
Yeah,
and we
but
can just
are they friendly towards you?
Yes,
They
I
are?
control them.
Alright, would you guys like to take the hunting job that's been
Takes a
there
bonus
for?
action.
Forever?
Yeah.
I would.
Well, that's.
Do you guys
one that
actually want to
pays.
go through it or no? That's up to you.
I
I'll
think that
smash some wolf skulls.
yeah, hunting one was the
Oh,
only
yeah.
one that was worth.
Yeah.
Unless there's a new one on the board.
Not really. There's the usual of
Was there any gather like fetch quests?
the florist did put one that you would go into the woods and pick some a bunch of flowers and such. Very specific ones.
Let's keep our eyes open for those flowers.
Alright.
I say that entirely saying you guys should keep your eyes open for those flowers because I'm not going to see them.
What are flowers?
Exactly.
What is a man?
I don't know.
Do you guys want to do the hunting or do you want me to just roll and see like what you guys get? So we can do more pranks. It's up to you.
I mean, I don't have any plans for pranks. You
I
got
don't
it?
have any plans for Shump is
I'm
good,
just
but
going
there's
to
a
be
prank
releasing
war going
things
on.
into the hallways.
So friends.
Bear!
No. Those are going to be used for other things. If I get a rat,
You
Maybe.
shouldn't do pranks that can hurt people. Bear.
Bears.
These.
Here,
only
are we
issue
putting
with
that
these
under?
animals
We can't put the board under.
is they just act like normal animals unless they're given commands.
Let me get out more dice so that I can use them for
And it's not like I can just pull out 3 every morning, throw them in, and if I get rats, then release them, and everything else just stays in the room.
Wait, so it's
It's a
all,
brown
it's
bear.
random?
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't get to choose.
Good friend.
Wait, so you can command him, can be like, stay here.
Yes, but it's still a bear. It's not just gonna sit still for
Here, I'm gonna put that.
the entire
Okay,
day.
yeah. It'll make life a little easier with the group.
Got the first, like, legitimately cool eye.
Oh no, we're gonna fail. Oh no, you died.
Yeah, it's on.
I survived. I was the only one.
I'm going to survive.
No!
Hey.
Yeah, I can get a lion or a brown bear out of this, or a giant boar.
You need to have a cool Avengers pose. There we go.
Shump's just laying on the floor.
I mean, that's about how tall Shump is, anyways.
Oh,
Aww.
shots fired.
That's
We're
rude.
doing that.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, these are like adults in this. We're like,
yeah.
here, let's cut off the leg.
Making a roll to cut
I'm
off
just-
your legs. Doesn't that?
Oh my gosh.
Wasted
Dude,
it.
have you rolled anything under a 15 since you've been rolling like that?
We have a
Yeah.
lion helping us
Really?
with this.
Yeah,
hunt.
I rolled a
Oh,
2 when I just
alright.
rolled it back over here.
Yeah. I don't have a
And
mini for that.
I also
I don't
Already
think
had
we're
a
gonna
lion.
use my
6 when I
That
was rolling
works.
when you guys were rolling for the sneeze.
I need to know what to ask.
It works. First thing I pull out of the bag's a lion. Fits. It's on brand.
Those are deer. They just
Oh dear.
don't want.
Oh, they're deer.
Ooh, wait.
Yes.
Waiting.
Alright.
And then
See, I mean that's a 5.
they're just bushes like the normal and the trees. I just didn't have the other colors that I usually have. So I was like, okay. These are the wolves, and the wolves do not pay attention to you guys. They are looking that direction. This is a stump rather than an actual tree. That's why I did the circles.
That
So
is a
that
Shump.
one. And then
Can we
there's some boar.
Where can
over
we
here
start?
On the path.
Alright. Notices.
And it's up to you guys if you want the.
Do we not get the...
If you want him, you
Oh,
can
okay.
have him with you. But he didn't do much.
Yeah.
We have a lion.
Healing potions?
Also, we have Elizabeth
Wait,
this
so what
time.
do we have? We have deer.
Do we have healing
Wolves and then
potions?
boar.
I don't want to
boar.
die.
Boar were the
I have
expensive
one, I
ones, right?
Let's see.
Let
Do
me-
I?
I have a
Cage
frog.
again.
Unless it's
It's been
been...
a hot minute since I've
How long does the frog
I do have a
last?
potion of healing. I was given.
I have a
No,
fully
it's
automatic
probably
customizable
this way.
sniper rifle.
No,
You just
Fred. Where
You know,
are
it's
the
just
bears?
hiding in the bag somewhere.
never see
Yeah,
again.
board
I
were
lost
the
Fred in my
ones that are
bag.
worth more.
Don't worry, Fred's probably off, living his life.
Okay.
Probably has a
Oh,
wife and
hi.
kids by now.
Where you going, baby?
We're just gonna check up on Fred every once in a while. We rolling? Initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh,
Got stuck on the
That's
side.
17 plus. Where's that? Where is that? Where's initiative?
9.
Where's it?
See, I mean, that was below 15. See, that was below 15.
Where's it? Oh, I got 20.
Okay.
Pretty.
Do I
Nash, what are you doing?
Making you ask questions.
Do I add something to this? I forgot.
Initiative right above your
Two,
health.
three.
Oh. Okay, you're not gonna stuff down. Are you
Alright.
getting
7.
stuck because you're too fat?
Comedy.
Okay, what was Elizabeth's?
9.
Okay, and then Dorian.
I got 18, the
Okay.
lion got 17.
Okay, let's.
no.
14,
Okay, I think.
A giant.
How wide is the range for chromatic orb?
16 plus.
Because if you just toss
90.
one right here.
No,
It's
chromatic
not
orb's just a
AoE.
single.
Wait, I thought it was.
That's fireball.
I
Just
thought, no, I
fireball.
thought you had one that was. I thought you had some.
I can AoE myself?
Oh wow. Oh wait, no, that was Abby, I think. Never mind.
What up?
Yes.
Who had the area of effect.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's Thunderwave.
Also, right.
Where I go.
Just so.
Alright, so what's initiative?
Alrighty.
20 here.
I got
Yeah,
7.
yours is 20. Sorry, there's chaos ensuing right in front of me. Because I'm turning back to session 9 page instead of being on today's, which is session 13 page. Okay, so I'm gonna roll for the deer, the wolves, and then for the boar.
Let's see. 1, 2,
What are we going for first?
4, 5, 6.
I could try
Deer.
going
Deer
for-
will run off.
First, alright.
I could try going for the wolves while you go for the
No.
deer.
No. Remember last time?
Alright.
No, my memory
Oh, and
is
you were up
bad.
first.
Okay, so.
Shulk never dies. Or gets knocked out.
Okay, so I think first round we should be somewhat.
I'm not going straight
Not
back to the
sneak.
table.
Yes, sneak. Sure. Just because if these guys get anything, they're gonna run off again. Right? Right. So.
Ow.
Is everyone in agreement or should I just attack one or the other? Before we did that, we're gonna talk about that.
E5.
So are we gonna try and get closer or are we just gonna
I think
fling
people that
stuff
shot
at
the
them?
river.
That's a great question. I don't think Sean would know.
I mean, I could try and go over here, whistle
I can do that with the lion as well.
with the,
I
oh.
have a lion.
Okay, so are we gonna try and get closer or are we just attacking? Because I can hit one of
I
them
think-
and chuck a knife at the other already, I think.
Do you want me to
Yeah, I
pull
think
the
we
lion
just
staff?
go
Two,
I got-
3, 4,
I
5,
think we
6.
just go for it.
Alright, let's do this!
Shulk
1,
isn't
2,
close
3,
enough to
4,
try and hit anything.
5, 6.
Did it. Dummy.
Then I roll for
Yeah, go
a
ahead.
sword. 10 plus, where is that? Moment, just gotta find it. Where is that? Short sword plus 5. Oh, it's not. So that's a 15.
I would hope that gets a do.
Alright, now let's roll. I'm just gonna use that now. 8.
That dude's dead.
So
And then
that's
you've got your
1.
second attack.
And then I'm gonna chuck the knife at that one.
It's doing a flip while you do it.
I do a spin. Actually, let's find out if I hit first before I be all. Yeah, that's a 10.
No, that does not hit, unfortunately. So you throw it and
Actually
it
hoping for a goat.
hits the ground beside it. Sorry, I've got a baby on my
I
shoulder.
pulled a line out. I wanted to go.
I wanted something that wouldn't scare all the animals away. I wanted something they would all.
Dude, but wait, you're gonna be He-Man now. We went from Lion to He-Man.
Alright, it is now.
This is not normal.
If you were done with everything,
Yeah, but
Doran.
still.
It is your turn.
Alright, it's actually 4x4. I just had to say.
Did you get the rental things? Oh yeah. The-
Huh?
you know how
Yeah.
they would lend you stuff like crossbow?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have one. I have my own crossbow.
You do? I thought. All right. I borrowed arrows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I never used my crossbow with the thing. I go first.
Are you happy, Mash?
I'm gonna go like this.
There
1,
we
2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah, spaces are a little hard to see right now.
7,
Right.
and then dash. 1, 2. Is water difficult terrain?
Not the first space,
3,
but the second and third.
4,
one.
5, 6, 7. I use my bonus action to tell the lion to go over here.
It's next in initiative. So.
Yep.
Make it roar or something so we can
You can't do that.
funnel it this way.
Can't do that, but I'm hoping that they just see a lion and go, oh no, and turn and run the other direction.
Oh no.
That's not supposed to be here.
Wait, that's illegal.
Also, the lion is told not to mingle with dogs.
Okay.
I don't know if it can do that because it's just a lion, but
How much damage does the lion deal?
1d8 plus 3.
She might try and do the scratch thing. She likes to do so dearly.
2,
Yeah, she's a little child.
1, 2, 3.
This jingle.
I don't know how this works.
Since it's on
Okay,
2?
moving a large sized creature. Am I moving like this? Or moving like this?
I believe it's one space.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 50. That would be
1, 2, 3,
10.
50.
10. Yeah. 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, dash. I was told to get somewhere.
Yeah, like right there.
Over there. That's something 10.
Ooh. If you
Keep
get
them from
Go a
running.
little farther. Over there.
Alrighty.
Yep.
And now the wolves. They see you guys on the path, and they saw Doran run past. They saw Owen.
that was the wolf.
Are you comfortable?
Yeah, her eyes are closed. And she's blepping.
Yeah, the... She just burped. Burped the baby. The yellow green die is going to move toward Owen.
1, 2, 3, 4. I will kill you.
And it's gonna try and bite you.
At least it's honest. No,
I'm so sorry. It's empty. It's fine. Got it.
I appreciate honesty.
Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna shoot me, say I'm gonna shoot
That's a
you.
16 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to read from a distance. I used all my d4s up there. Can I use a d4?
No.
My counter.
You have to
I
use
don't
D6, sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's 4. 2.
6 damage?
The young guys that
Yeah.
betrayed you.
Alright.
I'll show you for having good rolls.
And then the gray one's gonna go for Shump.
Oh no,
Why is Shump looking at the tree stump that's coming onto the road?
because we were doing an
1,
adventures
2,
formation.
3, 4. How many can they move?
They can move 40, so
5,
they all the way.
6,
They can
7.
It can move 8 spaces, so
Oops.
I just gonna take
Shump
a.
was looking at a tree shump.
It's it's gonna take a chomp at Shump. That's plus a number 4, so 13.
That is my armor class.
No.
With that,
It hits. Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I need the d4 again.
Here.
Every time the wolves attack, I'm gonna need it.
Let's keep it over
there.
3. 1, 4. Okay, and then the blue one is gonna run over there and attack Elizabeth beside Shump. Yeah. I believe it can make it over
I don't
there.
think it can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You
Alright,
dare
yeah, it's just gonna
challenge
stay
the
there then.
immortal?
It's not gonna dash.
And I chomp the other one.
Ooh, if you shatter,
Tail.
not
Right in the
shatter,
butt.
what was it? Like
Thunder wave.
thunder wave, yeah, you can hit both of them.
I'm in danger.
And then
Without, you have to angle it though to not hit
Oh, that's easy.
Elizabeth. She's
And then-
like I said earlier, the paper mache cannon.
I should sit down so I can take a picture.
Out of
Cause,
glass.
well, yeah, No, because she could deal like more damage than any of us, but
The boar are not doing anything. They're currently just looking at.
really?
They're looking at Doran.
smites are
Paladins do not.
Yeah, they're currently just looking at Doran. They're not like going to attack. They're just standing there like huffing. It's wait.
No, I'm trying to
Can I do
kill
Or
numbers?
just say, don't come over here. Don't come over
Can
here.
I do numbers?
This is the green game.
It's Elizabeth's
Oh,
turn.
It's my turn.
Tis.
Oh man. I'm a simp. Sniper monkey. Alright, well. It sure is a shame it was going for me, because all it's going to get is in a chromatic room with advantage.
Alright.
What?
Need that advantage?
Uh-huh. No,
Is the first one a 1?
no, okay,
And
so,
then 19?
23 and 24.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely hits the poor
Mhm.
wolfie.
The poor wolf? How would wait, which one are you going for?
The one that was going for me.
The blue.
Yeah.
That couldn't get to him yet.
Mm.
With what kind of type of damage?
Elizabeth said
Yeah,
let
what's
there
the
be lightning.
damage? Lightning?
Yeah.
4.
6,
10.
10.
It's still up. It is very hurt. Do you want to rotate that die to a 1?
Oh, awesome.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, if you shatter that will most likely kill that one.
Now I step away. So that
It wasn't
that
shatter,
way-
it's thunder.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
Thunderbolts.
no, step away.
Shadow.
Your lies just
There we go.
There is a very thin tree right beside you, just so you know. That's what the smaller circles are.
Okay.
They're just thin
Hide behind a
trees.
very thin tree. They can't see me.
Straight up and down.
It's the deer turn. You were last in initiative.
Just hoping to run
With your 7.
into the water.
what way?
That direction.
Where are they going?
That way.
Let's
Toward the
see.
camera.
1, 2,
Uh,
3,
How far?
4.
half movement in the water.
What? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9.
8, 9.
They can move 10 spaces. So just leave them on that space. They're not going to go away. Yeah.
Can't make it
So
up.
they're all
One,
going to
two,
run
make
that
it.
way.
3,
we're stuck.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just gonna put them all in that general area.
Yeah, that works.
No, we're stuck. Please.
Well, that one can go a little bit farther than
They have to be in the water. Alright. Yeah, those are gone.
I'm gonna come back out here.
The
If you
boar
can.
are the one that are worth more.
That's
And
true.
now it's
I'm
Shump's
sorry.
turn, right?
It is Shump's turn.
Yeah, would you mind not hitting me with that?
Plot twist, there's a big bag here.
It's actually Shump.
Well, that doesn't matter. Shump's getting enough to
Sorry.
figure.
Right here. And use.
I need one of those like baby
How far
carrying
does that
pouches.
reach?
It's like a 15-foot cone.
Yeah, like
50-foot
Well, like-
cone.
Mm-hmm.
this
It's-
far, I think.
Uh-huh.
Is it that way? I thought it.
It's not all the way around you. Because it's
Oh.
each creature from a point.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you would hit yourself if you did it around you.
Which dust of seizing, you can hit yourself very easily if you do it above your head.
So that means if you angle the hammer backwards and you hit like that way it shoots through the ground backwards, hits yourself.
Anyway, so
You launch yourself into the wheel.
Kill him.
roll.
Kill him now.
When you deal damage, they have to make a save.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the
Oh, wait.
DC? There are 2 of them, so blue,
12.
20.
Okay.
gray. Plus what dex save? So 11.
So I hit one of them. Which one?
Yeah.
So,
You
Gray
had
one?
you had the gray
That
one.
one gets half damage, right?
Yeah, the blue one
So
gets
I
half.
go bonk.
So go ahead and roll damage.
oh, well, the blue one's
If it's
dead.
above 1.
What do I roll? I forgot.
Is that it?
Yes.
Should say on
3d8, I believe.
If you do at least
3D8.
1
It's a
damage.
3d8?
That's
You
it.
did 3
Yeah,
or
it's-
2d8.
Really?
Speaking of
Okay.
DA,
I think
I'm
might
pretty
be
sure.
I'm just gonna look it
I
up.
rolled the wrong die, but anyways.
Oh yeah, for some reason I thought it was under.
Yeah, I rolled a D6 instead of a D8.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Thunderwolf.
Oh, so it's
2d8.
probably
2d8. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
well,
sorry,
I just
it's
wanna
a
see.
con save, not a dex. So it's 1 less. But it doesn't change anything because one of them rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
I'm
the
sorry,
range
Nash. I
is
have to
self
hold
in
you
a
up.
15-foot cube.
Yes, originating from you.
Yeah, so the corner of the cube is you.
Yeah, it designated from a
Oh.
The cube is you.
Oh.
Yeah, either the corner or the side of it is you.
2d8 thunder damage
Yep.
and push 10 feet away from me.
So this
So-
one's dead no matter what. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do it all the way
So
around
I'm-
if you wanted to, but
Go ahead and roll damage. 2d8.
So that's up.
So
I
the
figure out which one's
square one,
2d8
squarish.
first.
Yeah.
Each one.
That triangle. That's the word.
So you see, it's one of 8 sides.
Aww.
So 8.
Mm.
Jay.
7.
nice.
Oh yeah. They're both gone.
Goes flying.
Yeah,
into
their
the-
bodies are falling away.
Yeah, so make an attack against the deer with the wolves.
Oh, did you see her? She was falling forward, so she just pushed off my arm and headbutted my ear.
Is it?
Oh, the ear.
Alright.
Whose turn is it?
It is now your turn.
Alright. I can use some help. Let's see. I'm
You
going.
could use some help.
Wait, can I,
You
can
could
I
use
move
some help
Yeah,
against
you
one wolf.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
So I
a little
moved.
bit.
I moved 1.
Let's see.
Yeah, I
Let's
think
see.
it
I'm
was
gonna roll.
25. Yeah, so 4 more spaces.
Can I pull out my other dagger, or will that be a thing? A turn?
What are you looking
You can
at?
pull out an axe, one weapon.
Yeah, you
Or-
can pull out one more.
Oh yeah, get to the other side of him.
Right
I'll
here?
get sneak attack.
Wait, right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's as far as I can go.
Okay, I got this now. What I do? Okay.
You have to be
Let's
exact.
see.
Oh, for you have advantage now. That's just what.
First one misses. Oh, I have advantage.
Because
Sweet.
you're flanking. That's why I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
Okay, that one is a 13.
What are you hitting? I can't.
Wolf,
There's a mic.
wolf.
Wolf.
There's a mic.
That does hit.
Okay, sweet. So that's 2 plus what sneak attack at first level? 1 die.
You're not for your second
Your
level.
second level.
Oh, second level. Yeah, but it doesn't go up
I
to
think it's
third.
still one.
Another die. See, so that's 2. Both of them 2s.
I don't know. I don't play rogues.
That's 2.
I do, and I can't remember.
Okay, so that is sorry, 1 second. So that's 7 damage.
Okay, so
Hey, I've
it's
seen
at
this
4
one.
health. So if you want to roll the die, spin that, of that one.
Four.
To a 4, yeah.
And then I will
Go ahead and make your
do
second
my
attack.
dagger.
For it.
Okay,
That
18.
hits. Before it's, yeah.
This is just that alone.
Shouldn't you
2.
roll again?
Alright, it
Because
is.
you still
2 health.
technically have advantage and you
What's
could
that?
get a nat 20.
Here, I'll roll again just in case.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's fine.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, it's into your turn.
Yeah.
Alright, it is Doran's turn.
Wonderful. Shout over to the line to come assist me.
Alrighty.
You let the deers get away?
3,
4
4,
Bonk.
5.
You gonna dodge?
Huh?
You're gonna use dodge action.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Alright. Oh, here you have smite, teammate.
Hurrah. 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've turned Canadian. Oh yeah.
8
Oh, yeah.
points of slashing damage.
Alrighty. I'm gonna spin it down to 3.
30. That's 30 life.
And I used my bonus action already. So that's my turn.
Alrighty, you can go ahead and move the lion.
And then the lion's going to go 1, 2,
It's
3,
necessary.
4. And then use its long jump ability to pounce at this one right here. Because it can do that and jump 25 feet. And it's going to attack with its bite.
Alright.
Wait, it has to be a bite? No, claw. It's going to hit with its claw.
That was cool.
Yeah, I hit my glasses. 23. 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
5 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, that
Is
was
it
gone.
dead? Okay. And never mind, nothing else happens.
I think it's Wolf's turn, or is it deer?
Tis the wolf's turn.
I'm
So-
assuming it.
Yeah, the one is gonna go ahead and attack Owen.
Got it?
It's right there. Pull up the actual wolf tab. Sorry, I can only use one hand at the moment. That is a 12 to hit.
Miss.
Ooh.
I think they only,
Jumps and just
yeah, they
push
only
it
get,
back when it tries to
one.
pounce.
what are you
Right in the
doing?
nose.
Yeah, they only get 1 attack, so that is all that wolf is doing, and that's on the wolf. So,
So The deer?
It is the boar. The deer are right before shop. So,
Come and get me.
yeah.
What about the lion? Will one go for the lion?
That one's gonna go for the lion, the other
This boar
two
is
are
the
going for
bravest.
Alright.
2 are going for me, 1's going for the lion.
Yeah. So at the
Oh,
lion.
let's do
Oh,
this.
okay, fine. That's 21 to hit that?
It moves.
Sorry,
two-
22.
Let's see, move 1, 2. It moves
Yeah.
3 spaces. Does it get its charger?
Nope, it's gotta go 4 spaces.
Okay.
Does 22 hit the
That's why I
line?
moved exactly there.
Yeah. Yeah, 22 is gonna hit that line. And then. Where's
Yeah, 22's gonna hit the lion.
Yeah. And then it's 3 damage
3 damage. Okay.
as it hits with the tusks. And then the other 2 are gonna go for Doran, so. Yeah. We'll go that way.
Put that underneath the lion for me.
4.
Because that's how many spaces it takes up.
So it's like there? Yeah.
Yeesh.
Alright, so this is for the one that's percentile, the bigger one, the D10 one. That D10? Helpful.
That's the 100 one.
This one,
Yeah.
D10. Yeah.
That's
What are
not
you
a
doing,
D100.
Okay, so that is 13 to hit. Okay, and then the other one, 16 to hit. Alright, so they both miss.
Hey.
Okay.
And now it is Elizabeth's turn.
Oh, okay.
Use magic missile on the deer.
So
Or
that was
can you
going
can you get over here and use magic missile on them?
How much does
to.
magic
Those
missile
are the
do?
deer.
Yeah, I know.
That's what
But I just
I
said-
thought you said the wolf. No,
No,
Nice
we're
of
literally
the deer.
No, the wolves are all dead.
Misheard.
I
Sorry.
think,
Except for
except for
one.
that one. Yeah.
Okay.
How much damage does magic missile do?
1d4 plus 1.
3 times.
Okay. Going to magic
Let's
missile.
go cast it.
What's the rules of magic missile to you? Like, ordinary wise, do I have to roll each one after saying who it's going for?
yes.
Okay. Do I think magic missile could kill a deer?
Hi, Madeline.
I would go.
Well, it looks like they have 4 hit points.
Yeah, it
So
looks
Yeah,
like it.
they-
you
That-
have a 50%? No. 75% chance
They,
Not
they,
killing?
they have.
of killing?
I think it's higher. Because
50%.
2, 3,
50%
4
What are you
is
doing?
good.
Ow.
Whatever.
2 would only deal 3.
assuming they have 4 health, it'd be 50-50.
50, yeah, 50.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, I was about to say, you like
I mean,
this card?
Yeah, okay, whatever. Probably.
Sure,
Anyway,
50-50.
so you're gonna, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Put them all on one or put 2 on one on the other?
Fire magic missile, individual ones each
Alrighty.
three.
Yeah,
The
50-50 chance of killing.
Yellow,
black die?
black one.
No. 3.
Okay. Do you want to spin it down to 1?
The weird puke green one that also has yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
No!
3. And you don't guess. 5.
Yay!
It's gone. Do you
we got
want to
one.
fix the other 2 to say 4? Because they haven't been hit yet.
And these 2 need to be
Wow,
2 and 1.
metagaming in my favor. How could you do
Well,
this?
the boar have 11, but yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Wow,
Close enough.
metagaming in our favor. How
And
could
this
you
one?
do this?
There.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Wait,
So,
how do
hey,
you get bit?
no, I just cast
Ow.
We
it.
killed the other one.
Okay.
Hey, at the end, do I get to do the thing?
Is it the wolf's turn now?
The numbers.
tried.
No, the wolves are like
Good,
at
good
the,
boy.
near the top, so now it's the
Is
deer.
that cock?
Ow! What are you doing?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the wolves went right up to the line.
Okay. Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
missed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. Alright, yeah, the deer are gonna run, but they're gonna kind of stay in the river because they see
1, 2.
Doran at the top.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm
Goodbye.
assuming this one gets away.
You can just keep it on the edge.
Oh.
There's,
1,
there's
2.
a chance.
3, 4,
Yeah,
5, 6,
You've got more spell
7,
slots.
8,
Yeah.
9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You can potentially kill a vicious mocker if you wanted to. Weave.
Alright, and then to Shump's turn.
Wow. Swing with my hammer and try and hit the wolf.
Stop.
Alright, go for
Hammer
it.
time.
And you have advantage because you're flanking.
Cool. Use my.
Oh.
It's a 3!
Wait,
Oh.
Yeah,
don't
you
do
have
that.
advantage.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So go ahead and roll again.
It's
gonna be a 1.
Hey, there is a 1 there.
15.
Hey.
Plus
A lot.
6, you think? Oh yeah, plus 6. 21. Yeah,
21.
definitely hits.
I'm pretty sure it's
I
dead
don't
no matter
know.
What,
what.
what health is it at?
2.
Go ahead and roll anyway.
Yeah, you'll roll 1. Come on. Let's see it.
It's still
D8
dying.
plus.
Don't let her know
I
that.
think
Pressure.
Plus
you're using two
4.
hands.
Pressure.
Huh?
You're using two hands. D10.
Oh, D10.
Yeah. Yeah. When you hit with two hands, it's D10 because
It's still like. I
Pressure.
think it's still plus 4.
You gotta roll more than a 1,
I gotta
definitely.
find a D. There it is. I can't find it.
a D10 that isn't
Percentage.
double digit. Yeah.
10 plus 4.
Hey,
14.
Yeah. That was gone.
Why can't I roll that other time?
Yeah, that's actually how far Shump will launch the wolf.
Did a flip.
Baseball.
Okay, you still have movement, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, it was just golf. It was.
So it's.
I still will drop kick someone
Where's
into
the
jump.
advantage?
You know,
Yeah,
so she
you
can
can find-
baseball them.
What is he at? She looked very concerned about the tiny dog.
I can't tell what the space is
It's
on.
food.
Here.
Listen, tiny
You
dogs
see
are intimidating. Have you seen them? I mean,
Aw,
like.
her claws are in my shoulder.
Yeah, I told you.
Four,
It's food.
5.
I think
Move
she's
one
worried
more.
about balance too.
No. Dwarf.
What?
Huh? She moves
Small.
5
Okay.
spaces.
Oh yeah, 5. You're
Short.
Yes,
short.
5. I am short.
Alright. So it's now Owen's turn.
Let's see.
Maybe someone should help with those.
Oh yeah. Wait, but the
I
deer.
got the
will-
boar story.
I don't
You guys
believe
can
you.
come in.
That'd be
They hit.
hello.
Both of them tried to
I
hit me.
do,
they
but I
both
would have
missed.
to switch.
What's the matter? You seem like me.
1, 2, 3,
As you run
4.
through the
Right. I have to go.
I think
Comedy.
that one's a stump. I think that one's fine.
Yeah, I kind of forgot it was there the first time we got up, and I was
Two.
like, oh.
4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Wait, what was that up there? I think that was.
Can't believe he's gonna take my
Okay.
kill over.
Get him.
Okay, I'm gonna sword that one.
Alrighty, go for
The
it.
one you attack.
Sword it.
You want
I'm
to
gonna stab it.
That is a 24.
That not hit?
So roll short sword.
Nope.
9.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gone. And then you can attack a second one with your bonus action.
Dagger.
Let there be a 1.
I add my whatever to that, right?
Yeah.
Not the damage, but okay, that's a 21.
Okay.
2.
How much health does that one have?
One.
Oh,
Yep,
that
that
one?
one's
Nice.
gone.
Nice.
Woo! Alrighty.
So yes, he did steal your one.
And now it is Doran's turn.
It's a shame he'll have to die then.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Sniper
I'm
monkey.
just gonna fight these ones here.
Alrighty. 28 hitting first, the percentile or.
The normal one.
Alrighty.
So the lion can possibly get over here too. And I don't need to use my bonus action to tell it to do it this time because it's already doing it. Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah,
So
the normal. I don't know what these armor cost, but that's very low. I think it's a +5, so 12.
Yes.
Vaulted over
Hit?
that.
Yep.
I
Okay.
vaulted over this stuff.
That's 8 points of damage to this one.
Alrighty. You want to spin that down to 3?
3.
Other one.
And then
Other one.
Oh.
Yeah.
bonus action. No, it was this. I was
Yeah,
doing
no, I'm
this
trying to find
Yeah.
the 0 because
I
I
gotcha.
messed with that.
one. Yeah, and then bonus action attack again
Alrighty.
with the other set of claws. Actually, technically, this is this shield. Just does the same amount of damage though. That's a lot better. That's a 24
Oh yeah.
I can confirm this, in fact, a lot
and
better.
4 damage to it.
Alright, yep, that one's gone.
And then lion's turn.
Yes.
It's going to push its way through to the other side. Oop, move myself. And then it's going to attack that one because it has advantage.
Yep.
Because pack tactics, actually. Why does this not? Okay. 17 to hit.
Yep.
This is with its bite.
Crunch.
6 points of damage.
Alright, you want to spin that one down to 5?
This one or that one?
It's that one. When your finger's at.
Got it.
Yeah.
50. There it is. Got it.
Takes a big chomp out of
Mm-hmm.
that boar.
No.
Primal
Magic
like
missile.
it's
Well,
More
aren't
of
they
just
just
like
dead?
biting the neck,
neck.
like
Yeah.
lions. Just
Not a
trying
lot
to
of meat there.
knock it down and not
Yeah.
destroy the carcass.
Alrighty. And now two wolves, they're all dead. Right.
I'm gonna be really sad next time when I roll a 1 for this magic to get a rat.
Alright, it is now the boar, so the one that just got bit is gonna attack Doran because it's already facing Doran.
Yep.
That's a That's a 9 to hit. The other one's gonna attack the lion. Okay, that's 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Miss.
5 damage.
Not 50.
What are you doing?
18 now.
18 life?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, and
Why
now
is a CR1 creature?
the deer are gonna run again.
Brown bear
So,
CR2.
if
I
you
thought that was before the deer.
Yes, you are. I'm sorry. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
That bag of tricks is a crazy good item.
Hey, I can actually see the deer now.
That's why I was okay spending
magic
all
missile.
I need
of
to
my
find
money.
one
more
and two.
stuff for that.
And then
Magic
you're gonna
damage
roll
or-
on table this time.
Okay. Well, at the
You still
horrible
do-
green. 2. 4. I know it's already dead, but I'm rolling. 2.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then you wanna roll on the table
Let
this
there be
Don't
one.
So
Right.
Kill
as-
everything.
as Elizabeth is casting in that direction.
What'd you get?
What is it?
You turn into a potted plant
Yes!
So
until the start of your next turn.
as these magical balls of energy are flying over there and hitting the deer, you feel yourself
Nice shot,
shrinking
Elizabeth. What?
into a plant.
Where'd Elizabeth go?
I'm now
If you
hidden,
like a
hidden by the
plant.
tree and the bush, so they can't
Yeah.
even see anymore.
What happened to Elizabeth?
No, you don't get on this.
It was a really good
Oh.
visibility
Wait,
spell.
what's that, Elizabeth?
I don't know. If you'd like, I can go get a real
All I
one.
know is
I don't
you're
have-
dead.
I don't have a potted plant.
Oh, well, she's a potted.
Just be there.
I have a tavern plant.
Oh.
Hey, I do too.
Okay, puppy. That's not
No.
puppy.
That's so
I'm
big.
used to, I'm used
You're
to
turning
telling
into a
puppy.
human-sized potted plant.
Man,
Wait, what?
huh? Large potted plant.
Size of a frost giant.
What are you talking about?
Causing a
Large
massive
potted.
crater in the forest.
Not up there.
Yeah, she's all
Get down.
antsy now that she woke up.
That'll be known in
Alright.
legends. This is where a potted plant was.
You're
So
not
it
going
would
up
be the
there.
deer.
You're going down.
Deer gone. So, Michelle. Tizzy, what's yours?
Here or down.
What's the
either
matter,
way,
baby?
down and
Would
in.
you
Well,
like
now, I guess I'll start heading over to where the boards are.
Alrighty.
For
I'm just getting matches.
I could try, but I don't think I would make it.
No, that kind of event. You'll probably get lost in the water.
Probably.
You could
Probably
actually.
deeper than I am.
Alright, new character.
who's tall.
4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. You can almost move across.
Not
Yeah,
quite.
you could dash.
Yeah.
It uses your action, but
How far is Vicious Mockery?
you'd just be in the river.
You just go yellow.
But your head would be above water.
How far is it?
This thing. I can find it
I
somewhere.
also don't play bards.
I'm
60
playing
feet.
something that
60
isn't.
feet.
I'm playing something that isn't a sorcerer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, keep on.
I'm sorry. I had,
Oh yeah, you can hit
It's
that.
well.
I very temporarily
Alright.
played a cleric.
So I'm gonna
But
yell
other
at
than that, I
this
played
one.
3 wild magic
And I'm gonna
sorcerers.
say, hey,
Yes.
your tusks are dull and you are weak.
Alright.
Oh,
Let's
wisdom
see.
save.
Yeah, it needs to make a wisdom save. But it's a boar. So, 9.
So I insulted.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage. It's a d4.
Oh, is it a d4?
Pointy boy. What?
4.
4, is it plus anything?
So spin it down to 7.
Huh?
You
And
really
it has a disadvantage on the next attack roll. It makes
Attack
crit
modifier.
Don't think you add it to
Not
Yeah.
for
this.
vicious.
Yeah. Ah, tis your turn.
Let's see.
You did. You insulted a boar so hard you actually hurt it. You really hurt its feelings.
Ah.
Hurt its brain.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sneak attack!
I'll use my
I'm so short you didn't
bonus
see me. It ran
action.
me over.
I'm a jockey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tis a tree.
Then I guess
How
I'll
long are
have to
you
use my
playing
action. And then I'll be
Start of my
here.
turn.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could stay in the
Yeah,
river
I'm just
for a
lost in
dagger.
the forest.
I'll be
Gotcha.
right there. Yeah. I'll be right there.
I was really worried
I'll
it was
attack
one of
next
those
turn.
minute ones.
Alrighty. Doran, it's your turn.
Yay!
Yeah.
Just gonna attack the
Yep, you have advantage.
same one.
Flank.
I do have flanking advantage. Good, because that's only a 10. Wonderful.
Yeah, 10 does not like it.
I didn't think so. Bonus action. It's also a 10. I rolled a 3 and a 5 both times, but the numbers switched dice.
Ooh.
And the lion's gonna attack the one that I tried to.
Alrighty.
With its bite. And it hits with a 23.
Oh yeah.
4 points of damage.
4, it's down to 1.
Hi, monster.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That's frustrating.
It is now the boar's turn. So, the one in between you guys are gonna attack Doran again. Okay. 19 to hit.
That one does!
Okay.
Good for him.
Do you wanna put it on the back of the couch or try to get Alrighty. It's D6. 3 damage.
Oh no, ouch.
And then the other one's gonna attack the lion. Okay. 16 to hit. Or
Oh
the
yeah,
lion?
it's only 12.
5 damage. What are you doing? She was just scratching a bit. Yeah. And now it is Elizabeth's turn.
You're not a plant anymore.
Whoa.
It's
I don't know how long you stay a plant.
What kind of plant
Start
are
the
you?
turn.
Well, what kind of plant are you?
But none of your business kind. It's not like you'll ever see it again. Ha 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 ha.
Hey!
Good, take your turn.
It's gonna slowly sit up. Why
Sorry.
does it feel like thieves were in my mouth? And on my arms. And legs. And that's my turn.
Alright. Elizabeth's contemplating her existence for her turn.
Very confused.
It would be the deer nose show.
I think that's the only
My
logical
turn.
explanation when you were
Did you roll
just
disadvantage on this one?
No, I did not.
No.
It missed anyways.
I did.
No, that one attacked the
That
lion
one?
and it hit.
Oh.
That is correct. It rolled better.
Had to ask.
Yeah.
Nine.
I
You should've
completely
stayed
forgot
behind so you
about
could
it.
throw a
1,
shot.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, it's
Oh
double.
wait. Oh yeah.
You can get like
1,
2
2,
big
3,
ones.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah. So if you dash, you get there.
Dash and get here.
Yeah. It's very difficult terrain for you. You're very short.
What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Can I do anything else, or did I use all my spells?
do you have something that's
Do you have a bonus action spell?
I don't know.
Is this what you wanted, baby?
Its spine is like
I know.
that.
She's,
Why was it sleeping?
I don't. She's insane.
Well, I could throw my dagger at it,
Bite,
couldn't
bite,
I?
bite.
You used your action to dash.
James, you
Oh
missed it.
yeah, I did.
Anyway,
I can't do anything.
Mhm.
Poor
turn?
little
I guess my turn's done.
Alrighty.
Was it
Ma'am.
mine?
Yes, it is.
Okay, sweet. 1, 2.
Jim's trying not to
Use your
die.
kunai for
Where are you
chain.
biting?
What was I was here, so 1, 2, 3. I can attack from there, right? I'll attack that with.
You know, I can so very easily pet your belly.
Short sword. First one is a set 18, not 17. Sorry. 18 and a 23. So I shall roll to hit. Short sword. There. So that's 6 plus I get sneak attack. What's that?
Don't make me.
That's plus 1. So that's 7 damage for that.
Oh, so there is 70.
That's dead, I think. So how was that?
1 to
2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll attack that with my dagger. That's a 10.
A hit?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, 10 does not hit.
Alright. Wheeze.
She does.
Alright. Alright, did we try to yes,
Point to
it is
10
your
and
turn.
left.
Alright.
heavy. Getting fat.
1, 2, 3,
Imagine
4,
carrying
5,
people.
6.
Yeah.
As far as I can do.
No, line of sight.
Is your movement only 30?
35.
I
I
could
could
dash.
dash too.
I thought your movement was 40 for
I
some
could
reason.
dash, yeah.
You could give that guy advantage if he dashed there.
He already has advantage.
It
It's back
does?
tactics, as long as you're
Oh
within
yeah,
30,
okay.
I can see.
Super advantage.
You could, and just in case.
But I'll do that
everyone
anyway.
misses.
No, I will just heal myself back to full
Alrighty.
with Lion Hands.
And the lion's torn.
It's gonna attack it.
Okay.
You want me to roll?
No.
I don't know how well I would
Okay.
roll some very bad.
That's better. It's a non-natural 20
Alright.
for 7 damage.
She sat on my hand.
Help.
Yeah, that one's.
Alright, well,
Alright.
surprisingly, nothing got away.
Yeah, we got every.
Mhm.
Oh,
And you
us.
guys do have a cart. They would have sent one with you to make sure.
Oh, I'm gonna head back over here and grab my knife.
The lion's going to help gather things up.
I'm just pulling them. What are you doing?
So
She's trying to pull my pencil off.
Yeah, that's amazing. Go us.
Can I have my hand, please?
Are we going back after this? Like back to the... Can Shump ask the hunters if she can keep one of the wolf skins?
It would take them quite a while to remove the skin.
Do they have an extra?
we'll just take one and not.
Maybe Shum could just take it out of her pouch instead.
Let me see how much a wolf skin costs.
Let me see. Like it can be made into like a wolf skin cape or something.
You have a
Have like this, have like a skull on top.
Oh, now I have to ask Dad for miniatures.
Dang. Great.
It's okay. I'll be bringing a bunch home next week probably, and the next week after that. Yeah.
I need,
And the next week. And the next week.
Yes. Yes.
I need a miniature for each of the animals I can summon.
Yeah.
I
So
forgot I had it.
here, that is
This is-
6 deer, 4
Six
boar,
legs,
3 wolves.
2 weak.
Nice. That's a lot of money.
I don't remember how much I
You
gave
should
for
know as a
it.
lion, the power of nature can bring you to the end of your life.
I didn't
And
write
you
down
should
how much you
know
guys
by
got
my
for
stride
the
and the
wolves.
look in my eye that you're
Okay.
about to be massively forced to give up. He then throws a chicken that turns into a guy in a chicken costume at him.
Okay, I shouldn't be doing that. I have contacts.
Doing what?
There,
Staring.
contacts.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I just can't find the wolves in here.
This is so sad.
What were the deer, what were the boar? It's like the
The
wolves were in the middle of those two.
boar are gold, the deer were I think 1 silver each. So I think there were
I
3.
think there were 3 silver.
That sounds right. So
Okay.
Wow.
yeah.
4 gold. It was for
Could I
each
have
of
the
us,
hunters-
right?
Could I have the hunters like skin the wolf and make it into like a wolf skin
Yeah, I
cape?
think
4 gold, how much silver?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Well-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
so. Yes, everybody
For
gets.
every-
Yeah.
It's how much?
So
4 gold, 15 silver.
and then for you, they just take 1 silver off for the wolf pelt.
I'll find my eraser.
You need a pencil?
Is there a razor attached?
Kind of, it's on the bottom. You pull the.
Pull out the
that
back.
next
I
to
have
that.
this.
It's not
Okay.
very.
Give that one.
This.
So,
Yeah.
the basic
And
math, I
it
believe
wouldn't quite be a cape, it'd just be the wolf pelt. But you could easily take it somewhere.
Like, is there a tailor?
Yes.
So I
there's
could
a
go.
tailor
So I
somewhere.
could take it to him and then.
Yeah, and that'd be an easy thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how math works. Good work, brain.
Money.
Did we find any of the flowers while we were out here?
Go ahead and make either nature or investigation checks. You guys, so one person can roll with advantage if you'd like. It's up to you guys which one you want to do.
I have a +0.
+2.
Let's do
For what?
investigation in nature.
You can roll with advantage.
Alright, let's see.
or you actually we'll split up into 2 groups. You roll advantage, you roll advantage. Helps you.
First one was a
Yeah, some
9.
need
Yeah.
to roll.
Second one
Try
was
rolling.
It's.
A
I think you
9.
guys are splitting into 2 groups,
both
so
9s.
Oh, man.
you roll. Okay. And then would you roll?
Chump, were you going to be helping one of us as well, or rolling for yourself?
I don't know, cause
Yeah.
my investigation is just 1.
Yeah.
And
So.
your nature?
Minus 1.
So.
Yeah, mine's 1.
So James can
Okay,
roll.
17.
All right. So as you guys are going,
We gotta
Yeah,
pack these
that
up.
was off the first one, so.
and she did not. Dolores did not have
Did you
like
want
a
these?
number listed of how many she wanted of each thing. Yeah, go for it.
Way to go.
So there you go. She didn't have a number. She was paying you per
for my treasure.
flower of that kind. So because in the separate groups, I'm just gonna go ahead and say you found all the different kinds. I believe. What was yours? 19?
17.
Oh, 17? Okay. You did not find any of the mushrooms that she was looking for.
Okay,
you
keep
did-
getting away with that.
You did find the others, so let me go ahead
Was it
and
something? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because I rolled a 15.
find out how many you found. I don't have a specific number, I have dice rolls for each of them. So, the way that I did it, I'd roll for how many you found, and then per plant you get that pay. So, for the wild carrots, because they're one of my favorite things, they were 1 copper per, so you found 6 of those, and this is for the group specifically, so not each person. So 6 copper, violets, can I do math? 4 copper, so total of 10 right now. I can't function. And then you found the moss she was looking for. You found 2 different patches of it, the size she wanted. Those are 2 copper each, so 14. Yeah. And then 5 copper for the ivy she wanted, so a number, 19, I believe,
19 copper.
for the group. Yeah. Just some pretty simple
You can hold that.
Yeah.
flowers and such, things that aren't too hard to
I
find.
mean, you found it. So.
And then Sean.
Healing makes everything better.
What would you guys like to do while you were out?
It's
Did
like,
I
let's
get
look at the
wolf
shop
skin,
one
or do
more
I need
time.
to wait for the hunters to?
You get the wolf skin. They would give you one that they had already done.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So
then-
I could go to the tailor and ask.
Yeah,
them.
you can give me the whole board if you want. I left Mortenheim underneath.
You want the
it.
minis?
Sure, they can go right there. There. Fine.
Alright.
Ooh, that was a sound.
8, 10.
Woo! I didn't almost fall. I'm sitting crisscross. I don't really have much
Do
balance.
this.
Okay, so you have the tailors.
Yeah, I go to the tailors and ask them to make it into like a wolf skin.
Come on,
They
let's
just
stop by
kind of take some
whatever
leather
the place
cord and
was.
they
It's like the
Or you can do it next
the
time.
head
As
as
the
the
hood.
hood.
I'm not gonna pay her back yet.
Yeah, it's not hard. It only takes them like half an hour to do. So just
Cool.
kind of wait in there and they'll like charge you 2 copper. Okay. So, because the only real thing that they needed was thread and then a leather cord of some kind.
What about now?
Great. Assuming you guys head back to the school then after.
Yep.
Alright.
Remember, you still have that hat.
I would go into like 8
Yes.
copper pieces, right? Okay.
What? What did you say?
Silver to copper is just 10 copper.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. So that was your free day. I will say that was only day 12 of the month. There are 30 days every month. Do you guys want to continue doing pranks for a while? It's 8/12. Do we want to continue doing pranks or should I explain?
One day this week, I go around and ask the most prim and proper girls to reach in and say the command word to pull out a frog.
Okay.
And
You get a
that
lot
happens
of
one time.
grossed out squeals, stuff like that.
Bear.
Bam!
I'm
Yeah.
stuck.
Would you have Egg do it?
No.
Okay.
Not it.
Alright.
I would have Egg do it and pull out a bat.
And she pulls out, aww, hi. And she's just like petting it, that kind of thing. Her familiar, the cat, does not like it. glancing at it, getting jealous, that kind of idea.
Oh.
So, just to do about another week of the
Shop's
pranks
gonna
before I
walk around
explain
in
the
Yeah.
midterm. So, one of the days, the first day you guys are back, sorry, she acted like she was sneaking.
Don't.
Leon comes over to your table, and he just looks kind of upset, and not like sad, just kind of frustrated, and Kenna's standing beside, smiling, just the gaps in her teeth, she's missing so many showing, and come on, Leon, talk, come on, and he starts to talk, and it's not a voice that your characters would know to be this person, but the voice of James Earl Jones comes out of Leon's mouth, and he's just, I'm very unhappy. Somebody put something in my drink, and now I sound like this. And his voice is very low, and I can't do it because I'm physically incapable of imitating James Earl Jones. It's a magic item I found online that somebody created, and it's beautiful. So, yeah. His voice sounds like that for quite a while.
Oh.
Darth Vader. Also, wait, what's his name?
Morgan Freeman?
No.
What?
James Earl Jones is the
I know,
next
but
one.
you were thinking of.
I
thought
was
you were
thinking
going
of
for
another
iconic
character.
voices.
No, I was going for another character that he plays.
Yeah, he sounds like Morgan
Oh,
Freeman.
okay.
I can't think of the dad's name in Lion King.
Mufasa.
Thank you. Mufasa. He
I
voices
was going for
Mufasa.
several different iconic voices.
No. Thank you, though.
Jeff from Jeff Bridgie.
Yeah, that night when you guys go to bed, Doran and Owen, you guys are asleep, and then suddenly a very, very bright light is coming from just a
Flashback.
little circle on your door. Your doorknob is now glowing very brightly. Any reaction? Your doorknob's just glowing very brightly in the middle of the night to wake you
Oh yeah, I
up.
go like, yeah! with the knife like drawing like.
You hear a shriek from Owen as you're covering your head.
I pull a thing out of the bag of tricks and throw it at the door. It's like, just scare them away. And it was a rat.
Okay.
Rolled a 1.
Just hear a little
Scare them away. Bear.
Goes and then the next morning when sunrise it disappears.
Okay.
I was hoping for like giant boar.
That would have. Bear would have.
So,
Lion.
then the next day you guys are all sitting there during lunch, and suddenly you just see this. There's a spider right in the middle of the table in front of Jared. He's not paying attention. He's looking down, eating his food. He looks up to look at somebody and slams his hand on the table, and it goes right through it.
Through the table or the spider?
Through the spider.
Oh.
His hand's on the table, and he's.
I slowly
that?
start putting the knife
Who
back.
did that? And his voice is cracking and shaking, and he just kind of scoots over a little bit, continues eating, looking at that spot, and it eventually dissipates. Almost like it just kind of molded into it. It's gone. Okay.
No.
Pat is back.
Thank you. Very dense. Okay, yeah, he's just kind of freaked out. The very large spider right in front of him on the table while he's eating. Then, yes?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and skip to, that's probably the day that you would do the thing with the frog. The next day, during training, they just kind of go in the closet, get the regular training stuff. So if you guys are in the training after classes and such, Jared and all of them are training, and Tom, the fighters, he's got a sword, goes and swings the sword, and then suddenly you hear, "Ow! Dude! I am not a sword! Stop! You are a sword! Why are you talking to me?" He just keeps saying, "I am a broom!" "No, you're not. You have no bristles, you're just a broom." And he's just arguing with the sword that is very loudly arguing back that it is not a sword, it is a broom.
Are we not going to question that?
Yeah, it's up to you.
Can I see that?
He hands it to you and,
Just slowly start.
"No, don't bring me, no. No!
Does the voice sound familiar?
No.
I don't know.
Dude, I insist. I am a
Is there a
broom.
stack of straw somewhere?
Well,
What are the dummies, the target dummies filled with?
There would.
you're our friend now.
Yeah, they're just wood. Like, I swear, I'm a broom. Just use me like a broom. Come on. It's proof.
Hold it by the it's a training sword? So
Yeah, it's just a wooden sword.
Start doing sweeping motions.
See, isn't that better?
You're not touching the ground.
But it's a better action because I'm a broom, not a sword.
I walk over to a dummy and just start.
Ow!
You're a broom.
You're not supposed to hit things
And
with brooms.
set it on top of the target dummy. And
Alright.
walk away.
No, don't just leave me here. It's fine. It's better than being hit by dummies. Let's see how it
My
is.
friend now. I'm going.
It's better being hit by dummies. You are my friend now.
So I'm supposed to have a sword on my back that commentates on stuff that I
It's not
never
a sword,
use.
It's a broom.
I have a broom on my back that commentates.
A broomless
also wood.
broom.
A wooden broom.
A wooden bonking stick.
It's also extremely difficult. Like,
That is fine.
not at all.
I won't use it. It's just on my back. I don't have proficiency with whatever it was anyway.
It's just a sword.
So I just have it on
I
my
mean, a broom.
I know it's probably crazy.
I
I don't want to miss
spend
the
a lot of
chance to
time
have
looking
a.
at fun.
I don't
fake
wanna-
magic items.
Yeah.
I don't want to miss the chance to have the thing on my back.
So now you have like the map like Dora, but it's a sword.
The sword that thinks it's a broom.
Yeah.
Wait, we have to decide on something. Name.
Okay.
Well, first, do you have a name?
No, I'm just a broom. You don't name
Don't worry, we're gonna
brooms.
get.
I do appreciate that
We
you're
appreciate
willing to
brooms
carry
more
me
than
around
other
them.
people.
Oh,
So
that's very
we're
nice.
gonna name you, guys.
What's the chimney sweep's name from Mary Poppins?
I just watched that.
Call him Cthulhu.
The broom sword?
No, that thing scares me.
I don't want the song. I want his name.
Kyle Thulu scares you?
Yes, just its face scares me.
I don't. I know that the actor is Dick Van Dyke.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh,
Krakens.
yes.
I'm cracking up.
Bert. His name is Bert.
Bert.
There it is. It took me a while
His
of
name is
scrolling
Bert.
to find it.
Did I add anything? I don't know if I can from
You
here.
can add a wooden sword.
A broom.
And then use customize.
Yeah, just have to customize it.
Alright,
and say
I'll find a way.
Yeah. It's a broom sword. Let's just call it that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to equipment, you just add a sword, and then you can there's a customize tab underneath.
Not sure if I can on this, but I'll find out. I'll do it when I get home.
The app's weird.
Alright, so the next day, in the morning as you're coming out of your room, you guys, so Dorn and Owen, you're coming out of your room and suddenly Tom, the fighter, comes bursting out of the room beside you,
Buddy.
carrying a bunch of armor in his arms. Running down the hallway, Chad comes out, "Come on, man!" and starts chasing him in very plain, simple clothes that would go underneath the armor. Just chasing him down the hallway.
That's a good joke.
Soon they disappear down the hallway and you hear a smack. Give it back! A little bit of
Meaty
clinking.
smack.
And then Chad
Oh,
comes back huffing.
I'm in
You
armor, you
hear
can't.
Tom laughing down the hallway.
I'm in armor, you can't fight me.
Chad, catch! Reach into the bag and throw him a rat. In the hat and throw him a rat.
Dual wielding, just attached to you.
He catches a rat and then he looks at it and goes, "Ah!" Don't
You
bite
got
me.
three,
Don't bite me.
you
Don't
got
bite
three
me.
shots
Don't bite
each.
me.
Go 3
One
shots
is
each.
a rat.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a heavy
And
one.
his armor all
Bear.
flips onto the floor and he gets bit. He drops it. No, just get away from my armor. And it goes scurrying back in your direction. He picks up his armor and
Oh, it doesn't like me.
oh,
Not this one. The hat of
Prayer runs
vermin.
into him.
The hat of vermin just try to get away as far away from you as possible.
You're
He
my
just
friend
runs
now.
back the other
We're
way,
having some
sees
cocktails
Tom.
later.
and then just runs past him. Chad's picking up all the armor and just kind of huffing and going back to his room.
Tom, catch! And throw him a frog. And I just do this randomly throughout the days while I
You
have
have one
that.
more?
I rolled with disadvantage for Tom because rocks are a little bit slimy sometimes, and they're hard to catch. Roll an 18 and a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
Tom catches it and he goes, "Hey, little buddy," and it immediately jumps on his face. He's like,
Bows, please.
"You're gross, man."
That's
Another
amazing.
Puts it on his shoulder and he just jumps off and starts running away. He's like, "Really?"
What was the name again?
Bert.
Bert. Bert.
Bert.
Bert the sword.
You mean
The broom.
broom?
Bert the broom. Alliteration.
Broke the broom with sperm.
Next day, in the middle of, well, that night, I guess, in the middle of the night, suddenly, if you guys didn't lock your door, well, your door is now slammed open. So, you guys locked
We
yours.
always lock our door.
Yeah. Did you lock
Is
yours?
our door locked?
It'd be up to you guys, and
Did
Egg.
you lock
Egg
your
wouldn't
door?
lock it.
Yeah, because of the tripwire. Because I'm like, no, stay in the room.
So, in the hallway, you guys hear very loud thuds as people's doors are slammed open. People coming out in the hallway and then closing them. Going back to sleep, not caring.
Bear. Dude, that's the solution to any problem we run
Toss
into.
a random
Bear.
Question: is it opening the doors one by one?
All
Or
at
is this
once.
Also, okay.
Yep.
And it broke the lock.
No, if they're locked, it just stays shut.
Hmm.
The next day,
Bert.
as you guys are sitting down eating private breakfast, Melanie just stands up and just shouts, "Rise!" And Jack beside her, the half-orc bard, looks at her and slowly starts rising from his waist, like, you know, from a belt, and starts just floating. No, just why? How did you do that? Why didn't you tell me this was magic? He hits the ceiling, which is only about 15 feet up. He's like, "Come on, I just want to eat." He's like trying to stand upside down on the ceiling to reach down and grab something.
That's a bad idea, guy.
That's
So he's completely upside down, and she just goes, "Unbuckle it." So he does, and then suddenly just wham! Right on the floor.
Some people, Bert, I swear.
I know, right? People are so weird. And I, a broom, get used to clean up their messes.
So immature.
And Jack just kind of stands up. "Take the belt back." "No, it's yours."
Let's go. It's
Let's
time
go.
to clean up this mess.
So Jack just kind of puts it on somebody else in their group. Probably, let's see.
I like how we don't question that there's a
Yeah.
sentient
On
sword.
the barbarian in their group. Goliath barbarian.
It's a new friend.
We have a new party member.
You do.
Bert the talking sword.
I'm not sure if this is making fun of me or not.
Wait, what's the making fun of you?
Confusion?
I'm talking to Kyle.
Oh. I
Nope.
forgot about Kyle.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, you need to roll a lot.
You mean Cthulhu?
Yeah, I'll make
Hmm.
Elizabeth roll
Pretty sure
several
Owen's
times.
actually
Because it's every other
afraid
day.
of Cthulhu.
Alright, and now it is another free day.
Cthulhu.
So,
That thing.
it's up to you guys if you guys would like to do another free day. Or, like, if you want to go hunting again.
I mean,
yeah.
if we
I
would,
would
would it just be
deliver the
rolling for
hat.
what?
Yeah, I'll just have you guys roll, like, the dice or something.
Yeah.
Giving the hat back, saying thank you. That was very fun.
Alrighty.
Probably after we go hunting.
Okay, and let me just find where I wrote down what numbers. Did I? Okay, so somebody roll a d6 for how many wolves?
3.
Is it here? Is it a different page? What are we? No, it's this page.
Can I roll on the wild magic table?
No. If you want to during the fight, you may. Like, just while I figure out.
51.
And
A
then.
spectral shield hovers near you for the next minute, granting you +2 bonus AC and immunity to magic missiles.
Nice.
So what was the number for the d6 for that one?
3.
Okay, so that's how many wolves there are. So 3 silver for
15
those.
silver. No, 3 silver.
Yeah,
I
so
just
9.
stole this sword
And
from
then
her.
a d6 for how
From
many
trading
boars
place.
there are.
I don't care, it's mine
So
now.
4 boars, so 4 gold each.
Actually, it's not mine.
Oh,
He's
there you
just trapped.
Yeah, I'm just having you guys roll, or I'm just, yeah. You're rolling the number for how many.
And then I got
are-
the 2 gold back from the lady.
Yeah.
We're gonna show Bert the world.
And then.
That's our new goal.
And then for deer, go ahead and roll a d8.
Oh.
Alright, there are only 2 deer that time.
What? How many died?
So 11 silver and how many?
6.
4? 6?
No, 4 gold.
4
4
gold.
gold. I got 6.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna give her 10 gold.
Alrighty.
Wait, how much we adding?
You got 4 more gold.
Yeah, 4 gold and 11
I'm
silver.
doing 5 gold, 1 silver. That's right, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Makes everything better.
I actually have quite a bit, but
And then
Don't
if you guys
know where
want,
to
we
find
can
something
do the
cool.
same again for the next weekend, and then I will explain the midterm. So we're just gonna kind of skip over it.
I'm pretty sure you paid for stuff for us, so if you need any, I got a decent amount now.
5 wolves, 2 boar, 1 deer.
Okay, so 15, 16, 17, wait,
5 wolves.
5 wolves,
1 deer.
so
Six.
3, 15, 1 deer,
1 deer.
that's just 1, so 16, and then how
And
many more?
2 boar.
So
That was
it's
a very
2 gold.
small amount.
2 gold. Anything else?
So 2 more gold, and then 16 silver, right? Goodness gracious.
Dang, we're getting like way more than we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we're actually doing stuff.
Amen. I forgot the eraser.
One of the days during that week, somebody unleashes a fog cloud during lunch.
Yes.
Somebody just straight up casts silence during lunch.
Someone just farted.
Are you okay? So,
Goodbye, have a good
let me
night.
go ahead and explain your midterm as it would be explained in
Please.
one of the classes the week before they were explaining it. So, what you guys will be doing is you're going to be let and released out into the world onto the continent. They'd like you to stay on this continent specifically.
No.
So because of that,
Teleport to the
a
astral
few of the
plane.
components you will have to buy rather than finding, but you will be tasked to go find potion components for uncommon
seller.
potions.
I need your strongest
So-
potion.
Oh.
I have the components written down. All 4 of you choose one.
You can't handle my
So-
strongest potion.
Okay.
Out of
Potion seller.
Some of them are a little
You're in a
harder,
dangerous
so
mission.
that's
I
why
need
I'm
your
like
strongest
showing
potion.
you with it written down.
Tick.
Do we all have to choose a different one, or can we all
You
choose?
can choose the same one. Yeah, you're choosing which one your group for you are trying to get. So
For
you're
me?
so one that you think would fit you, or one that you just think
Are we
would benefit the
keeping
group.
these potions at the end?
Wait, so we're all getting our one? We're all getting our own, or?
As a group, you're trying to get the 4 potions, or
4
get the 4
potions.
components. Alright. Yeah, you're trying to get the components for 4 potions. They can be the same if you'd like.
I'm gonna go with potion of growth.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
They're all in
Trump can finally be a normal size boy.
I mean, isn't that what? Okay.
I wanna be a real boy.
Is that potion of fire breath on the back?
Yep, there is a back.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, sorry.
Oh well.
You know, that's pretty intimidating. A giant lion person walks up to you and starts breathing fire. I'm out.
Do we know what these potions do?
Yes. Yeah, they would explain to you.
Love potion seems really dangerous.
Yeah, filter of love. I love that.
Yeah.
Make Elizabeth a Yandir.
Oh
A
man.
what?
Okay.
A deer?
Yandir.
A
And
yen
you guys
deer?
will not be having to
Yeah.
actually make
Y-A-N.
it, you're just getting the components, and then the druid teacher
Yen
will
deer?
help you
Overly
with them.
obsessed with someone to the point of willing to kill.
I'm trying to think of a joke to make after that, but I couldn't think of one. I
Yandere.
failed.
While we're deciding what
No, it's a
potion
yan
to
deer.
make.
Yandere.
Yan deer. So how Bert is with us, got it.
I want to choose the potion of fire breath,
Knew it.
but that looks really, really hard.
I have to get like wolf spider hair, I think.
Yeah,
It's
a
not a
giant spider.
chimera.
Yeah.
Okay, so kind of, you don't have to tell us this if you don't want to, but
As long as there's no dragon.
after that, what are you level?
I'm
Okay,
just gonna
sweet.
go for
Level 3.
Yeah.
Greater.
I wasn't paying attention.
I was asking if after this we would be leveling up.
After the midterm.
What's the amount
Finally.
of time next to it?
I
you have
get
huh?
stuff.
Oh, you guys don't have to worry about the amount of time.
That's
You
how
see
long it takes.
that greater healing does take gem dust.
Finally.
Yes. It also tastes holy water, which I have some of.
Just wanted to make sure because the gem dust is so expensive. I was like,
Yeah, 50 gold worth of gem dust.
yeah, but it makes sense for
Yeah.
And I did make sure everything on there is possible.
Cool.
For a group of 6 level 2s, because you will have Zach and Levi with you. Because they are also doing their midterm, because they are from the school on the islands in the center, so the Japanese one.
Oh, awesome.
But the 2 of them were allowed to leave the continent for their group to do these same things.
There's only 2 people in their group.
For them, there are 4, but they split up the group, so 2 of them are staying there getting stuff, and then these 2 are.
You can set up thinking.
All right, let's see.
Which one are you doing?
Healing, boring,
Healing.
growth. Okay. Hill giant
chose
strength.
can
Resistance.
change-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Water
Yeah, you guys can
breathing.
do
That could be
multiples if you
useful.
want.
Animal friendship. What is that? What would that do?
Let me actually pull it up to get the exact thing.
Yeah, I think the least useful is the one that I took.
What did you take?
The healing potion.
Greater healing.
The healing
When you drink this potion, you cast Animal Friendship spell for 1 hour.
Oh.
Let me open Animal Friendship. Lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
I might take water breathing. I mean, I know poison is there, but what's the potion of poison? I think it's poison, but I'm
It's a
just
potion
asking
of
how
healing,
much.
but bad.
The opposite.
It looks like a healing potion.
Potion of healing.
And it looks, smells, and tastes like a healing potion of healing or other beneficial potion. However, it's actually poison masked by illusion magic. Any identified spell will relieve its true nature. If you drink it, you take 3d6 poison damage and must succeed on a DC 13 con save or be poisoned. What you doing there, Mash? Attacking the sheet.
I think I'll probably take water breathing.
Watch it, her claws are sharp.
Maybe. Is that a good idea, people?
Water breathing?
Yeah, will it come in handy?
Maybe.
I don't know what we're doing.
You guys will have your
No,
fortitude
I would
forever.
not. You would not take water breathing. Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh,
Probably.
you're thinking about Owen.
Yeah.
Owen personality would not take water breathing.
Yes. Let's see. Resistance. I'll just take a resistance one.
Alrighty. Which
Which
type of resistance?
Uh.
What damage resistance?
Yes.
The kind that
Psychic.
comes from a shot.
Psychic.
Are you sure you want to go with psychic?
That's good. I mean,
Look at what you have to get.
Yeah, but-
for psychic.
A mind flare stink one.
probably not that. Okay.
Yeah, the kind of
No.
resistance that
That's why I was like, are you sure?
Hi
Guys, let's look at a mind
I think
flare.
that's the
Everyone
only
knows
one there
what
that's
mind
not
flare
possible.
is.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Mind Flayer
You've
Stinker is the
convinced
only
me.
thing on there not possible for you guys.
Let's see.
And Quippers are just piranhas, by the way.
You know what? I probably won't use it myself, but I kind of want to see Shump take the potion of growth and then the hill giant strength right after, and just
So you need a fingernail
obliterate
of
something.
a hill giant.
I almost took that.
Is that possible? All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
I'll take-
possible for your group with 6 of you to defeat a hill giant.
I'll take hill giants because
Alrighty.
that one would be useful for me. I think that one is very temporary. That one seems like, I mean, I could just stab them with that. That one, I mean, that's very. All right, you're up. More strength.
Now I'm the size of a man and the strength of a hill giant.
Sorry, I'm amused by the.
Now you can
sheet
pick
that
up
behind me.
every couch.
Infinite couches. Out of curiosity, what's the filter will actually do?
Actually, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Man, I can't spell. Good thing it knows me. Alright.
The cat is.
The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this filter, you become charmed by that creature for 1 hour.
Wait.
If the creature
By your
is of
fingers.
a species and gender you were normally attracted to, you regarded it as your true love while you were charmed.
For 1 hour.
Potion's rose-hued effervescent liquid contains one easy-to-miss bubble shaped like a heart. So, if you make something drink it, it's charmed by you for an hour.
I mean, that could be decent in like infiltration. I mean, Yeah, but we aren't really doing stuff.
No, so.
Also, we're kids.
Yeah, but still, you could charm the king. Be like, hey, yeah,
It's a love
money.
potion. And we are children.
Shillings.
Yes.
Platonic.
But there's a
It's
prank war
platonic
going.
Oh no. Well, it might be done by the time we get back. Maybe, depending.
No.
on
Everyone's gonna have new things that they can do.
Everyone, well, all of the first years are leveling up, and then let me check the chart.
Vial of Fluffalugdrule?
Fluffalug.
Okay.
You wouldn't know what that is. You would have to find it in the library. Find out. Find a book.
Sounds fluffy.
Yeah.
It's
So
overwhelming reference.
you guys, the second and the third years are all going to be leveling up.
Would I be able to look in the library before I make my decision on this? Okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't make you immediately make your decision. It'd be probably at the end of the week before you leave.
Because I also, would I know what the fairy stool is? Because I assume I'd have to.
It's a mushroom.
Well, yeah, but.
You have to get in a fairy circle.
Thinking of the different kind of stool.
That's what I thought as soon as I read it, and then I was like, ha.
Fairy circle?
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to look it up, because it's a mushroom. There's got to be.
Let me.
What's the word? Complications.
Instead of typing D&D, I almost just typed my magical way of watching movies for some reason. Just purely muscle memory. Why can I not find any information about fairy circles for D&D?
Because I don't think they exist.
Probably not.
We put something on here that's impossible to get.
They are possible in my world. Okay.
It's for so
Okay. Basically, it's a circle
Everything
of
must
mushrooms
fall.
and like bright green, healthy grass. They can be like 6 feet. They can be like a 30-foot. They can be really big. So, yeah. So it's a fairy ring.
Does it say anything about what happens if you touch it or pick it up?
Not like what you're looking at right now. Let me pull up.
Because, it'd be kind of stupid to be like, hey, this is what I need.
I think
Oh.
this is on my other tab or other window. By the way, I have about 8 million windows open. Hold on.
So, about as much as my mom.
Your mom has about 1 million tabs. I have
Oh, Windows.
windows and tabs.
Weird flex, but
Right.
okay.
Is a small pink mushroom often found in fairy rings. Ingesting it causes blindness for a minute on a failed constitution saving throw, along with vivid hallucinations.
Well, I'm not
Nice.
going to eat it. Okay, and the
Maybe you
Fluffalux?
wouldn't eat it, but Chump is pretty
You want to know what a
stupid.
fluffalug is?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a giant bunny rabbit.
It's a fey creature.
A rabbit with wings.
Not quite. You're not that far off. I want it kind of. Can I just, no? Okay. That's
Oh.
a fluffalug.
Well, let's
That
kill
is
it.
terrifying looking.
I will name him.
It's so cute.
I'll name
How
him
big is it?
George.
Let me find out.
Well, isn't there like a human for scale that it's grabbing and it's
No,
But that's
that's
a fair
something else.
Oh.
It's something with a tooth on top.
a unicorn?
It looks like a tooth.
Yeah, this is a bit early, but we should probably check at Mortenheim before, see if we can get some of the easy things checked off.
Yeah, like a pink rose and a lilac.
Mm.
There is a florist.
Oh wait, where's the potion list? I
He has
didn't even look at what I needed.
That's probably a good idea.
Nice.
Probably.
I just need gem dust. The other two things are.
They are a large
That's a lot.
creature, so 2 by
50
2.
gold.
10 by
Yeah.
10.
Are they
I
Wait,
just
did
say
it-
anything about hostility?
I just need sour grass.
They're less of
Just
hostile
start eating
and
grass, and when you
chaotic.
get stuff that's
You know
sour.
how the Sphinx has its riddles?
Mm-hmm.
This has similar, but it's always in search for love.
Don't worry. If it ever
Nice.
gets
Here, would you
tries to attack,
I'll
just
just throw a bear.
bear,
Just throw a bear. Like
bear.
fall in love with the bear.
Would you like the description?
No. I don't know what this thing is.
Above all, the Flufflug spends all its energy looking for a mate. Any devious interactions with adventurers is to see if they can survive 3 tests, which are different for each Flufflug, that it deems important for a mate, companion, or friend to pass.
Friend?
Once a creature passes those 3 tests, it accepts a deal with the Flufflug. The Flufflug will be loyal till death to that creature.
Dude.
You wanna make friends?
We need another friend. Dude, we got Frog that is not there. It's just taking a vacation. We got Bert. We got Bears.
We have bag of.
Oh wait, you have Kyle. Okay.
You want to hear its first attack action?
No.
Yes.
Fluff a hug.
Oh my god.
No,
We need this
I
thing.
do not want to see this thing. I don't want to interact with this thing.
Why not? It said friend, so we're fine.
It does say friend.
I think I could find like 2 of the ingredients for a potion of growth, probably in Mordenheim, because it's just
Does it
sour
say-
There are
grass
probably
and
a
berry.
few easier ones, and then there are probably ones we'll have to go on a quest.
Like a giant wolf
Is there
spider
anything
hair.
saying the
We're gonna
rarity
have to
of
go fight
their
those later.
of vials of their drool?
Yeah, we have to go fight spiders anyway, so.
They're fairly rare. Most people, when they encounter one, either they run from it. You want to hand? Either they run from
I
it
have a
or
lot of gold.
they try to
Well,
use it and
a
just
lot.
don't succeed.
My thing's easy.
How much gold do you have?
I have 28 now.
See, like it's really tempting because I just
I would
Where
have
are you at?
27 plus 7 if
Right.
my silver wasn't at 74.
What? Why do you have 74 silver?
Because I just didn't bother putting it into the gold piece section.
it's like stockpiling gold, but like you feel
It's
even
like pennies.
better about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel better about it because of how many there are.
Yeah. So pennies.
Because you like hearing the chink chink.
Yours is essentially done. Yours is difficult.
Yeah, I could do a different one.
And which one are you doing?
We like challenges.
You haven't decided yet.
Water breathing would be difficult because only one of us would get it.
Yeah, like
Eventually, we're just gonna get the water breathing spell. And then
probably just gonna
And we
also
won't
go
have
with
any
the
problem.
greater healing. Because like yeah, I could try that, but
Greater healing does
Greater
require
healing's
50 gold of gem dust.
yeah, like that's gonna be the hardest thing to get. And
Yeah.
it shouldn't be too hard to get. We just gotta pile some money together.
a month piling money. I mean the hunters.
Yeah.
You could just fire breathe.
You guys have 2 months to
I'm
complete.
just imagining Elizabeth just like, now I shall stab you.
The potion of poison seems so easy.
Really?
It's a rowan berry, a nightshade berry, and sticky nettle. That's it.
Poison.
All things that you should not eat.
Yeah.
You can't
I will
find-
eat all of
Oh.
them.
Although nettle.
Out of curiosity, do I be able to
Like,
look at the
really
list
fancy?
and see if there are any other potions?
I think in certain ways it
Made
is.
properly, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure nettle's like.
Is it just these potions, or
Yep.
are you able to look at the list?
You
see if
could
there are
do-
any others?
Could take
this
the one I got.
is the potion list.
You could take the one I
Those
got.
are the uncommon ones that I was like, yeah, this is okay.
Take the strength one I took, and I'll take poison.
Just so you know, clover, they're actually shamrocks. They're sour grass, like actually.
Hmm.
And this is nightshade
Oh, where'd you get nightshade?
out front.
Nice.
So yeah.
Like,
Sorry, I saw a face pop up for a
Yes, but-
split second. So
That's
yeah,
really cool.
I pressed it in Lord of the Rings.
I can find some.
Oh, we were just getting it
How
to
are
the
you?
shelf.
Huh?
We were just
I'm
getting it to
100.
the shelf,
I
having it
only
just
pressed
for
these
growth.
Yes,
for this,
I am.
just because I want to be able to
For
like, oh, you
convenience.
guys got this.
I
for
didn't
people?
want anything else aside from
Frost
put the-
lichen.
I mean,
Frost lichen.
realistically
It's
speaking,
moss.
Yeah, it's just a
I could
moss.
find
the
some
most
poison
useful one is
clover that I could get some
probably
kind of
the
fluff
healing
kind of
one.
thing.
Or the
That I
hill.
could
The strength one
just
would
give us
be
the
really
holy
big
clover.
for us.
It would be.
Because the
I'll
hill
just
giant
have to
strength
go
puts
out
you at
for about
19, right?
15 minutes.
I believe so.
So it doesn't actually help you at all.
Really?
Yeah, hers is 18.
Okay.
What?
So your modifier would go.
It would only put me up by one more.
Okay, so
If you had the hill giant strength, it would just put yours up one more, but you would. Oh no, it's just 21.
Oh,
For
20.
hill giant.
Okay.
Oh,
it
okay,
So
helps
it
I'll
would
take
benefit you.
I'll take it.
Helps a little bit.
You wanna do hill giant still?
I'm taking
The ogre power gauntlets are 18.
What CR is the giant?
The hill giant?
Yeah.
It's either 5 or 6.
What?
CR6, which means a team of 4 6 level things would have a hard time fighting. That's what CR means.
So we should not do that one. Because we're gonna have 6 2-level ones. We will die.
I think it would be a difficult.
Not with Trump on your
I think
team.
for you
Yeah,
guys
but
it was, yeah.
You're not on steroids yet. That's
Trump
what-
doesn't need to be
Trump
on
already- Trump
steroids.
Well,
Trump's life is.
it would be a medium difficulty encounter for 4.
We almost died to some wolves.
You almost died to wolves.
It's- yeah,
I don't know
no.
what you're talking about.
No, not this time.
I don't know what you guys are
Last
talking about.
time.
I was fine.
Shump never dies. Shump
We just have a bard
was
that likes to
resting
be
her eyelids.
You guys are level 2?
So
Yes.
Fire Breath is also a CR6 creature.
Yeah. That's the one I
Yeah,
would have
Hill
chosen,
Giants.
not been a chimera.
Hill Giant is CR5 according to the
You could get resistance or something.
It says it's a hard encounter for you guys. For
resistance is probably alright.
And
the
then
thing is, we're getting
this says Chimera is
Resistance
also.
big.
we're fighting the thing that we would be. Ooh, you could get something for the spiders.
Yeah.
I mean, the spiders use acid probably, right?
And
I'm guessing spiders would use acid or poison. Or
And we
something.
are going to have to go
More
fight
likely
spiders
poison.
later.
You could use the extra.
and you'll have to deal with the
strength.
violet fungus too, which I believe
Oh, hey, we'd have to fight a CR5 thing for resistance as well.
depending on.
No.
Oh, is it just the hag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, nah, we're not going with a plant, the hag finger. We're going with an actual hag. And you're getting here.
I get it. Because if you kill one hag, in theory you have multiple hag fingers.
Maybe I'll find a third sword on my.
So in theory you could get
I mean,
multiple
seconds. One of them is a bird.
potions of resistance. Think more, think. But then there's also the possibility of a dragon. You gotta think in character.
Yeah,
I am.
I did.
That's why I chose the potion of healing.
That's why I did choose water breathing.
Because I want to scared of water.
Yes. No, not water, just deep water. He's scared of the ocean.
Right, so yeah, that one no fighting probably. Shums was the growth.
Oh, that makes sense. Don't want to scared of heights.
What's the giant wolf spider CR?
Yeah.
No, quarter.
I think it was
Giant wolf
2.
spiders quarter.
Giant
Spiders too. Giant wolf spiders
Yeah.
quarter.
And
Because you
then
can get
you're
one as
still
a
going
pet,
with the
as a ranger.
Pet.
I mean, should I?
I mean, if you wanted to go poison, just go poison.
Oh.
Then you could.
Because it's
Poison's not
no
good
effect
for
plus 1.
a wide
Yeah, but
stuff.
that's like, actually it's like +2 for her,
No,
right?
it puts it at 21. So it would
Oh,
be-
okay.
You just have to decide on a certain floor. You are welcome to make, like, get the stuff for the
Yeah.
potions.
Yeah.
Wait. Alright, so.
So if we go to a giant den, kill the giant has a bunch of gems. We can make multiple potions of healing.
Plus, if
Or-
you're saying you're
Or if we
extra.
go find a dragon.
I want to go do some
take
research on
gems from the
chimeras.
horn.
Alrighty.
Do they hoard things like dragons do?
But.
Can't spell.
We'll only have 7 people. So, you know,
I
there's
don't believe
4 of
that
us,
they do.
them 2,
Let me
and
make
Bert.
sure.
So,
Oh, okay. Bert's not a
So,
people, Bert's a broom.
When you have moment, the spiders
Brutes
that
are
we're
people
going to
too,
fight
Abby.
later, with the book say how they
2021.
prefer to attack.
The spiders to poison other things in their habitat use poison or necrotic. Off violet fungus uses necrotic. No, they don't really
Are we
hoard
getting
things.
Nightshade for something else already?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, well there's Nightshade Berry on
Are there
poison.
any other creatures on there that would hoard gems?
Hags would not hoard anything. but
Oh,
they
hags might use them for spells.
Right. They wouldn't like hoard things, but they might have.
The
what if
fluffy
you
thing.
switched over
I think
to.
fighting a hag is something we need to do because tons of things need hag fingers.
You could take
There's a
the.
giant constrictor snake. Wouldn't really.
No.
I
could
don't
take-
see anything.
We could take
No.
Poison and Hill Giant as 2 of them.
Because hill giants
If you
wouldn't
can't
like
think of
hoard
anything.
anything. They
Yeah,
would have some
they're
stuff,
going-
but
I'll
they would
probably
hoard it.
use Poison eventually.
They like
I was planning on taking the
Yeah.
resistance one.
Oh, take resistance then. Resistance to what though?
Yeah, which
What's poison resistant?
The poison one needs I can't read what the letter is. It's blocked by a G.
I asked about this before.
You might just
R-A something A-N berry.
Rowan.
Cane sword. That's the cane sword.
Okay, so
It's
just
where it's
hag.
disguised as.
Oh yeah.
I think they want to make up things depending on how many
I'm
fingers.
guessing it would cost more than
Yeah. Potion of poison resist.
Alrighty.
So the question is, are you still going for the
I'll
giant
go
strength
for
one, or?
Should I?
I
Is it worth it?
personally am saying no, but
Alright, I'll
It's up to
switch
you.
up poison.
Alrighty. So or you want to put potion of poison
It
and
would
then
come
potion
in
of poison
handy.
resistance?
Yes, and I do plan on making fire resist ones as well, depending on how many fingers there are left.
And you'll have to buy the ash blossom because it's the main thing that's not on this continent.
So we couldn't get?
you
Huh?
would have to buy it just from
Yeah, you just have to buy it because in the capital it has the huge port. What?
How expensive would it be?
You think they
Not very.
wait, any magic items they sell will be $1 billion.
pricey.
I mean, to be fair, depending on how fast we get back, we could have extra time with the hunters.
Yeah, but we could find, if we just, our best bet is bringing stuff back from
Yeah,
this
but
and selling it.
what are we going to be bringing back to sell?
I mean,
Spell regions are expensive, so if we go kill hags, we can take all the regions.
I don't even know what Regent is and we can sell it.
If
The
it's,
components to make
it's
it.
only one hair from the thing
Yeah.
for potions, so we could kill like one spider.
Yeah.
And get a bunch of hairs.
Hair.
I was like, okay, you have this midterm and we're just over here thinking, how can we make money
Money.
off of this?
That's perfectly fine.
Money.
Your characters will have 2 months. It's not gonna take 2
We
months.
need
to
that
solve them.
so we can get
Yeah.
cool stuff
Yeah.
like Bert. Actually, I already got Bert.
Another bird.
No,
There's only one Bert.
you gotta make Bert look fancy.
Oh, dude,
Something
we're gonna make
like-
Bert look freaking awesome by the end of this.
I
He's
figured
gonna be
that
the coolest
Bert
Bert.
needs a skateboard.
All the girl brooms are gonna be so attracted to him. It's gonna be great.
Bert needs a skateboard.
Yes.
Alrighty. So, is there anything else you guys are wondering before we end the session? Because it is 9 p.m.
I don't know.
And I'm the
So,
only one who hasn't actually.
Rowland berries,
Anyway.
ash blossom, and then the hag fingers. And things.
Honeycomb. Honeycomb, holy water, and gem dust. I can make holy water.
Didn't you get holy water already?
Yeah.
I have one bottle, but I can just make it.
Really? I thought you had to use like silver or something.
Yeah. How much silver do we have right now?
How much silver?
A lot.
Oh wait! Oh wow!
We
Yeah.
can just powder that silver, and then I can just make.
How much silver worth do you need?
25.
25?
silver pieces worth.
That's just okay.
Not that much gold.
Yeah, it's just.
Shove.
make
Take
so
your
much.
hammer. Hit the silver.
We could go find a gem.
The silver, not the the silver!
Yeah, there's a jeweler
Make sure.
in Mortonheim.
Oh,
that
25 gold worth of powdered silver, so it's a little bit more, but
So,
I could just.
Let's see
craft
what
it.
happened. Let's see. We got Shump a cool new cape. We got a new party member, of course. And
now you're gonna have to draw
We got
more
lucky.
in with the group.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's
25
it's
gold
on
worth
his
of
back.
powdered silver.
He's there.
Specifically as a sword. But
A training sword.
yeah, a wooden training sword that is extremely dull.
Yeah, but he's not a sword. He's a broom, guys.